Hey, alrighty. Let's stick with me here. Stick with me here. I guess I don't to see this technically, do I? I guess I don't. Whoa! To see this. Okay, I just want to make sure it is running. And click that. And change this. And okay. I think we're good. Alright, let's freaking go, dude. Been a day. Been a day at work. Let's go. Let's get these boys. Ahoy!
December 7th, 1941. The Japanese unleash a devastating attack against Pearl Harbor, dealing a painful blow to the Pacific Fleet. More than 2,000 American servicemen perish while attempting to repel the onslaught. And although the attack fails to knock out the strategically important aircraft carriers, it succeeds in shaking the American people to the core. Entering the war is no longer a choice. It is a necessity. On December 11, Nazi Germany declares war against the United States. Just a few days later, Operation Paukenschlag is put in motion by the commander of U-boats, Karl Dönitz. This long-range operation
isn't his name Dönitz?
The U.S. merchant fleet.
They call him like Dönitz?
Role in supplying Great Britain in its struggle against Hitler. All along the U.S. East Coast, German U-boats sink hundreds of American tankers and cargo ships, slowly tightening the noose around the neck of Great Britain. It is clear that without American support to their war effort, Britain's survival will be measured not in months, but in weeks. With a majority of its might focused on fighting the Japanese in the Pacific, the U.S. Navy is left with very few anti-submarine vessels available for the Atlantic theater, not even remotely enough to introduce an efficient convoy system that could protect the merchant fleet from the U-boats. The bloodbath continues for months, and the fire from burning tankers becomes a common sight from the shores of the East Coast. The survival of Great Britain now hangs by a thread. Finally, in May 1942, the U.S. Navy manages to muster enough anti-submarine ships to put the convoy system into effect. Now, with the help of the Royal Canadian Navy, merchant ships are escorted along the U.S. coast to form convoys around Newfoundland. Only then are they ready, having been joined by their guardian angels, to set out on the perilous journey across the Atlantic. At last, the steel wolves of Dönitz will be facing a challenge. They are about to meet a whole new breed of enemy. Fast, maneuverable, and more than capable of sending a submarine to the bottom. The Fletcher class.
Down to Davy Jones. Oh, hell yeah, brother. There's actually, there is a I wonder if I have a picture of it. I probably do. There is still a Fletcher class destroyer in Boston Harbor. Not like in the Boston Harbor proper where like everything, you know, all the containers, the modern day stuff comes in. But in the there are old shipyards that aren't necessarily used anymore. Pretty sure I have a picture of it. I honestly don't remember which one is there. But there is a Fletcher class destroyer there in Boston. Very cool. They're a lot bigger than you would think. I mean, the weird thing about these games where you're on the ocean is the ships seem so small, but it's just the ocean that's big. I promise. I promise I'm going to find it. I'm close here. Yeah, there it is. I don't remember which ship that is, but Y'all can see that. Whoop. Oh my god. It's trying to edit it out. You can't see it. Let me see if I can pull it up. If I can ship it to myself here. That's irrelevant. Anyway, there's a ship there in Boston. Very cool. Okay, I want to preface this by saying that this game is hard. All right. So we'll start. Oh. Oh my god. So wait, I was playing on the hardest difficulty now? For whatever reason, oh. This switched it to a custom battle? Oh, no, okay. Okay. So realistic is the hardest. Well, now I feel stupid. I played maybe a couple of hours of this game beforehand just to like get my feet wet because this game is difficult before I tried to like stream it or make a video of it. This game is hard, bro. But now that I realize that you could have changed the depth charge efficiency, I feel cheated. I feel like all the skills that I gained through struggle were unnecessary. Okay, so they're gonna pretty much basically they're gonna outnumber us. Let's just do it. Let's go. Yeah, I never realized just how difficult it is to actually drop depth charges from a surface ship onto like a submarine. But yeah, it's pretty hard. There are like a lot of what you don't realize is like your sonar doesn't work right under your ship. So as soon as you pass over the submarine, your sonar no longer detects these submarines. Oh, nice foggy day.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 279er.
Okay.
Range 5,400 yards.
This is an early access game, like all games these days, of course.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar.
279.
279. Range.
And we'll go ahead flank.
400 yards. I designate contact. Able. Time 14:47.
And we're gonna go ahead and start plotting here.
Contact able. Now bears 281. Range 5,100 yards.
Okay, so we're beginning our turn. We are going to
Stand by to fire. Start tracking contact. Target acquired.
the way that
Load
the way that
illumination
the U-boats used to approach back in World War II, diesel electric
Contact able. Now bears 2.
submarines, the batteries did not last very long. You only had a very limited time to maneuver under the water, so you couldn't just be. It's not like a nuclear sub is today where it's fully powered under the water so it can stay under the water 24/7. The diesel electrics, in order to run the engines, that produces exhaust, and you can't have all that exhaust
Contact
in the
able.
cabin with you because
Now
it'll
bears
kill
2,
everybody.
8-2. Range 4,100 yards.
So anyways, they had batteries, and you could only stay under for so long. Right? We're just cruising. I'll recheck our bearings here in a second. I'm just moving to close with him. Usually
Contact able. Now
yeah, once
bears
we're within
2,
about 1,500 yards,
3.
then we will be
Range 3,300 yards.
at a good range to fire some star shells. It is what is the time of day? I don't know, I didn't say. It's not really that relevant. It seems to be like a morning or something. Or dusk. But it's super foggy.
Contact able. Now bears 281. 5. Range 2,600 yards.
So no change to bearing. Okay. Make sure we're still cooking here. Okay, sorry. Let's pop
Contact
over.
Able now bears 288. Range 1,900
So
yards.
what we want to do is I want to kind of cross by this guy. I want to let him sweep off to our
New
right.
Course 270. Course 270. Aye, sir.
He is honestly close enough.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 224. Range
So we'll fire some
3,400
star
yards.
shells.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 224.
Oh my god, it is so foggy. We cannot see anything here.
I designate contact Baker. Time 14:39.
Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 2.
Okay, so I assume that he saw us.
1,200 yards.
I assume the submarine saw us and decided to dive.
Bloodhound.
And so what we need to do now is this is our sonar. We need to slow down so that our sonar can hear.
Load point detonating rounds.
So that our own engines don't muffle the noise here. We're gonna shoot this sonar. We're gonna sweep back from 050. Okay, so create a cone.
Investigate arc 172 through 26.
So what I'm doing is I'm setting the fan here
2, 1
for our
through
sonar to search.
0,
And this is where it's
1.
actually at right now.
Aye, sir.
You'll see it move. See it's pinging. And this is our little, up here is our little indicator. I think I'm in a decent spot, by the way. I gotta move my...
Combat sonar.
Portrait, I
New
will.
Sonar contact. Bearing.
Yep, we picked him
0,
up.
3.
So there you can see it's...
Range.
This is a
600
return.
yards.
You can see that the sonar hit something and returned a response. And so now we are actually tracking him. We're gonna switch to 1 by 100 yards. We are going to begin a 15-degree right rudder turn.
Right. Rudder 15 degrees right. Combat sonar.
We're going to switch to...
Able. Now bears 0, 6, 1.
We're going to come in... Now, this is...
Bearings drifting
This is
right.
basically going to let us know... This is our way to account for the speed or the distance that we need to drop the depth charges in front of the U-boat as it's underneath us. Holy moly, he's like...
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears.
Okay, I'm actually going to set us to 070.
Range 1,200 yards. Bearings drifting right.
So here you can see where you can see him. This is the sonar contact. We're picking him up under the water. And we're coming back around. Still extremely foggy, although it's cleared up a little bit.
Contact. Able. Bearing 0, 9er, 4. Range 1,300
Okay, so we can see his general...
yards. Contact. Able. Now bears 1, 0, 0. Range 1,300 yards.
Oh my god, get out of the way, please. Go away! There you go. Okay, so we can see... He's probably generally heading this direction. Let's go ahead and cut to... bearing of
New
100,
course.
and that'll help us
Contact.
intercept.
Able. Now bears 1, 1, 3. Range 1,200 yards.
Okay, so he didn't quite follow it. He's probably... Yeah, he's basically trying to beeline it. Oh my god, there's another contact.
Antler reporting.
Antler.
So I'm
this is
sending our
Bloodhound.
other
You're clear to
destroyer.
engage.
This is our
Antler
convoy of
engaged.
ships that's trying to, you know, make it to Ingrind.
Contact. Able. Now bears 1, 1, 6. Range 1,200 yards.
Dang, this guy's really at a clip here. We are going to switch to the DSE projector.
Contact. Able. Now bears 1, 1, 5. Range 1,000
Why is our
yards.
sonar pointing up? What is our sonar pointing at?
Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 1, 1, 7.
Yeah, that's
Last
bad.
range 900 yards. Sonar. This is the captain.
Combat sonar.
Okay, I picked him back up.
Contact.
I don't know what was going on there. That was weird.
2, 1, range.
Our sonar usually should just, like, our sonar people should just keep them in.
0, 7,
We're gonna go to 2/3.
6, 8.
We need to check his depth.
Head 2/3. All engines
He's at a
ahead,
depth of
2/3.
10, which
Aye, sir.
is shallow. So we want shallow.
Ready to
Combat sonar. Contact.
Able. Now
We're
bears.
going-
1, 2.
Right now, what we're trying to do, this is our sonar beam. Our sonar is basically continuously picking them up.
Bearing, 1,
So I'm trying to
7,
align the
0.
bow of our ship.
Last range 1,300 yards. Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships.
This is a very interesting plot. It's going to give us the range, so you can see we're slowly closing in on him,
Contact. Able. Now bears. 1, 2.
which is echoed in this other chart. You can see we're slowly moving in on him. This is just an easy way for
Rudder 5.
you to be
degrees
able to tell
left.
which direction
Rudder
he's
5
turning
Degrees left. Aye, sir.
on final
Steady as
approach
she
here.
goes. Aye.
Let's double
Steady on
check his
course.
depth.
1,
He's still
2,
shallow.
0.
Okay, so we're coming in to...
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears. 1, 1, 8.
He's only 300 yards off the
300
bow.
Yards. Bearing steady. Steady as she goes.
You can
Aye.
see he's right
Steady
below
on
us.
course.
We're
1,
waiting for
1,
this.
7.
Let's see if he makes a last minute turn here. Usually submarines will try to make a sharp turn right at the last second to try to
Combat
get out of the
sonar.
path of
Contact.
the
Able.
depth
Now bears.
charges.
1, 1, 4.
Yep, and here he's starting his turn.
100 yards.
So here he's
Estimated
starting to
depth
turn to
shallow.
move out of the way of any depth
Rudder
charges.
15 degrees left.
It's going to get
Rudder
more
15
dramatic.
degrees left. Aye,
There
sir.
he goes, there he goes.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Baker, bearing 2, 2, 4. Range 700 yards.
Okay,
From
dramatic
Bloodhound.
turn. We're going to switch to sonar. We're about to lose him. He's right underneath the ship.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing. 1,
And
0.
Drop.
Last range.
Fire 1.
100 yards.
I think he was moving at
Fire 2.
I think he was moving at 4 knots, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he was moving at 4 knots.
Fire 3.
Okay. We're pretty close. You hate to be in that submarine. Let's clear up our marks here because those are irrelevant now. Okay, so we dropped him like right about here as we began that turn. You know, he was trying to turn away. We were turning away. Let's go to
All engines
1/3.
ahead, 1/3.
All engines ahead, 1/3. Aye, sir.
So the issue is when you drop it, well, when you lose him, the sonar contact, because he's right underneath you, also you're dropping depth charges, so
Sonar.
the
This is
sonar
the captain.
cannot pick up
Investigate arc.
objects
1,
through the
6,
explosions.
9, 2, 2,
So what-
5, 9.
What I basically
Investigating
told
arc.
him to do
1,
here is we're going to
6,
sonar sweep
9,
back
through 2,
from 170,
5,
which I know
9.
he's not
Aye,
right
sir.
behind us. We're going to sweep, do a sonar search back this direction in a fan. See if they pick it up. So here they're searching.
Combat sonar. Regain contact.
Here we go.
Able.
Bearing.
Okay, so we can see him again.
9, 4. Range 400 yards.
He's still alive. Somehow. Let's make sure. Okay, now that the sonar's picked him up, we're going to switch to the TRR. Now this is the range close rate at and I know at 2/3 speed we are moving at 15 knots. He's moving at
Combat
4
sonar.
knots, and so the
Contact.
close distance
Able.
is actually
Now
like
bears.
11 knots.
1, 7,
That's
9.
why this
Range
line. You could also just
500
line it
yards.
up with
Estimated
how
depth,
the
medium.
lines are coming in, but
General Grant has been torpedoed and is on fire.
well, that sucks. Was that our boat? I don't think that was our guy. I don't think I even gave him a second to
Combat
breathe there.
sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears. 1, 6, 0.
Okay, so this is
Range
kind of a loop.
500
This is
yards.
like the tightest turning circle.
Lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 1.
9, 1. Appears to be periscope feather.
We've lost General Grant. All ships. Maneuver to avoid.
Yeah, it's a periscope. That's the guy we're chasing, you idiot.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears. 1, 3, 7,
range 500 yards. Bearings drifting left.
So now he's moved to 30, which means he's at a medium depth here.
Ready,
Bridge, port lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 1.
2, 1.
Really,
Range
Antler?
closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 117. Range 400 yards.
Bridge, port lookout.
Merchant ship, CBDR.
Why are you hanging out
1,
here?
2, 7.
Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Are both these boats really that close together? That
Combat
sucks.
sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 1.
Oh, he's dropping him.
Range 300 yards.
Bloodhound,
Okay.
this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Baker, last known at bearing 212.
That's ridiculous. That means we're right on top of Baker, too.
Very
Ooh,
strong
that was a good
propeller
drop by
noise.
him.
Bridge, port lookout. Oil slick. Bearing 229.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 1, 3.
He moved to shallow, so we're switching to
Range
shallow.
200 yards.
Bridge, port lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 094. Range closing quickly.
Okay,
I say again,
we are very
CBDR.
close to right over
Bridge,
top of
port
him.
Lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 0.
I don't care.
8,
If we
9.
crash, we crash.
Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0.
Dude.
4.
Oh, God.
1. Range.
We are kinda
30
close.
Yards.
Bridge, port lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing
Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
8.
Too late,
0.
dude. We're already
Range
right
closing
here.
Quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Combat
Fire
sonar.
1.
Lost contact. Able.
Oh my God.
Last bearing 0. 4.
Speed
1.
up.
Last
Fire
range,
2.
30 yards.
Bridge, port lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR.
Okay, normally I give that guy a
Fire.
rash of shit, but he
9.
actually,
Range closing
he was
quickly.
right. We
I
were
say
very
again,
close to that ship.
CBDR. Bridge, port lookout.
You can
Oil
see the
slick.
submarine is
Bearing
literally
2,
right underneath
8.
the ship. Oh my God, that was like a
Very
dead hit.
strong propeller noise. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. Baker, oil slick
Oh, you
sighted.
can see the tanker right over him. Oh, we got some debris that we knocked out. We chunked him.
Bridge, port lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 0, 0, 0.
God damn it.
Range closing quickly. I say again.
Okay, this is
CBDR.
we're in an
Combat
interesting
sonar.
situation
Gain
here
contact.
because
Able. Bearing 2, 3, 0. Range 300
we need to
yards.
sweep
Bridge, starboard
from
lookout.
150.
Merchant ship,
We need to do it
CBDR.
quickly.
Bearing 3, 5, 2.
We'll start even actually at
Range closing
140.
quickly. I say again, CBDR. Bridge, starboard lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 3,
Okay, I don't want to
2,
change my
6.
bearing here
Range
anymore.
closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
If anything,
Combat
actually, I want to go
sonar.
hard
Lost
left
contact.
rudder.
Able. Last bearing 2, 1, 8. Last range 300 yards. Bearing steady. Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate arc. 1, 4, 1. 2, 2, 3, 1. Investigating arc. 1, 4, 1 through 2, 3, 1. Aye, sir.
Let's go to
All
1/3.
engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
So we're in a bit of a pickle here. This guy's just hanging out amongst all these ships, which makes it very difficult to pursue him. Although I chunked him pretty hard that last go. Like, really badly.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing 194. Range.
Okay, so we picked him
900
back up.
yards.
Good. Let's go ahead.
All engines
Go ahead, standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
We're full left rudder. So we're gonna come back around and we are gonna reapproach and get this guy. This is the most efficient
Combat
pattern
sonar.
I've found, is
Contact.
just to
Able.
continually
Now
do
bears
circles
1,
and come
8,
back over them,
6,
and it really,
range,
like right
1,000
now,
yards.
he's probably taking this
Estimated depth,
opportunity
shallow.
to get to periscope depth and shoot at people, which is bad. Okay. You can see what I mean, though, how difficult it is. I dropped like those depth charges right up his butthole, and he still didn't die.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 171. Range 1,000 yards.
Okay,
Estimated
let's
depth,
just see.
shallow.
Oh my god. Well, let's just try to.
Broadcast Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Bridge, starboard lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 17.
Yeah, we know, dude.
Range closing
Yes, there's a boat.
I say again, CBDR.
Bridge, port lookout.
We're not on a
Oil
freaking
slick.
collision
Bearing
path even.
2, 5.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 167. Range 800 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 177. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Baker, bearing 200. Range 600 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 168.
Let's slow down a bit. We were going ahead standard. That was my bad.
Starboard lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 212. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 1.
This guy's really making my life harder.
Range 400 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR.
We're just about right over him.
3. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 157. Range 200 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Merchant ship.
200 yards. This guy's literally right under this other boat. What happened? There's no way we ran out of time on that one, right? Whatever. Collided with an allied vessel. I don't think so. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just messing with some of the settings here. I'm not sure this game, I mean, it's like it's not yet released game yet, so I think it's struggle busing a little bit. Honestly, we can probably turn this guy down a little bit if it's gonna help it not seems like it's clipping a little bit in the video. Let's see if we can fix some of that. I mean, we can just go to high definition, that's fine. Honestly, don't care too much as long as it's more important it's smooth than super detailed. Yeah. Kind of seems like it's a little choppy, but I need someone else's feedback. I don't know if that's just on my end. Seemed like it was a little choppy. That might be because of the resolution. This game isn't a complete product, by the way. probably just a little choppy because we're in the ocean. Let's see how that does. Changing it to 1080, that might, yeah, tough to know, huh? I tell you what, I'm just curious if we, oh, not exaggerated. Let's give the, oh, it wasn't bad? Maybe it's just on my end. Let's just increase the depth charge efficiency out of curiosity. I hadn't realized that that was something you could change. It was set to realistic before. But of course, like, it's freaking dropping like 8 billion depth charges on each of these guys. We're going to skip the cutscene. It's not that good.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 111. Range 5,300 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 111. Range.
I just want to confirm that we are at the front of the convoy, so I have an idea which direction they're heading. Yeah. So we are currently at the front.
Cable now bears 112. Range 5,000 yards. New course 112. Course 112. Aye, sir. All engines ahead flank.
All engines ahead.
So I'm gonna have our buddy destroyer come up to the front left.
This is Bloodhound. Take new station.
And I want him to kind of just
Contact
keep tabs
now
on this
bears
upper
113.
left portion here.
Range 4,700 yards.
Stand by to fire. Start tracking contact. Target acquired. Load illumination rounds.
Okay, so like we were talking about before, right now the submarine is actually on the surface because he wants to. So our surface radar is picking him up.
Contact.
And that's
Able
because he
now
wants
bears
to get as close as he can without having to
115.
use batteries.
Range 4,200 yards.
And then once he's like actually in danger, he'll dive. What I do want to start doing is we need to start plotting some of this, so we can get an idea where he's going.
Able now bears 116. Range 3,500 yards.
There we go.
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Harrison.
So right now we're moving at flank speed, just 36
Surface
knots.
radar has a new contact. Bearing 327. Range 6,300 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 327. Range 6,000.
So we'll have Antler go take care of that guy.
Designate contact. Baker. Time.
So that means there's 2.
Contact Able. Now
2 Germans?
bears
Is it Germans?
117. Range 2,800 yards. Contact Able.
We are,
now bears 121. Range 1,900 yards.
Okay, we're gonna bring it down to
All
standard
engines ahead
speed.
standard.
All engines ahead.
Stand by to
Standard.
fire.
Aye, sir.
We're gonna fire some illumination rounds just to see if we can see him.
Illuminate. 1, 2, 7.
There he is. You
Contact
see him?
Able now bears 1.
Let's go back to the guns.
8. Range 1,200 yards.
Stand
Oh,
by to fire.
we lost him. He
Detonating
dove. I didn't get a chance to shoot at him. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna.
All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead. 1/3. Aye, sir.
Lost contact. Able. Last
So
bearing,
now what we want to
1,
do is we
2,
want to sweep
8.
from
Last range,
some area where we know he
1,100
couldn't have
yards.
been back this way, so that we know we'll run into him. So I'm thinking we're gonna start at 220. So we'll start our sonar
combat.
sweep.
Investigate arc 006 through 096.
Combat sonar.
And all this guy does is it literally sends a little
Lost
beam of
contact.
sound
Baker,
through the water.
Last bearing 322. Last range, 6,100 yards.
I, of course, find this extremely fascinating. There is a possibility he could, like, hard turn and, like, pass in front of us, I guess. But I kind of doubt it. He was, like, 1,000 yards from us, so that's a lot of distance to cover submerged. What I want to take note of is I want to know, it appears we are, I forget what each of these range indicators is. The convoy is moving to the southwest, so it's good that we intercept him here.
Combat
and hopefully
sonar. New sonar contact. Bearing 171. Range 400 yards.
Mm-hmm. So that's our guy right there. Okay, so they bumped him here. We're gonna switch to closer. Of course, it erased all my information. You gotta love that. Let's just see when from the projector.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 200. Range 300 yards. Wake on left cut.
This is gonna sound weird, but actually, I'm going to
Hard left rudder.
rudder.
Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
And what we will do is, oh man, he's actually
Combat
within
sonar.
our turning
Contact.
radius.
Able. Now bears.
I lied. We're gonna go hard right rudder.
9.
So we'll just sweep back
300
around.
Yards. Bearings drifting right.
We do need to move quickly though, so let's go
All
ahead
engines ahead
standard.
standard.
All engines ahead, stand.
Because right now we're
Aye,
actually
sir.
technically moving our way from him. And let's just go ahead and preemptively get
Combat
this
sonar.
figured out.
Contact.
Looks like he's at a
Able.
medium
Now
depth.
bears 250. Range.
We'll do
500
our
yards.
attack at
Strong propeller
2/3
noise.
speed, so this is the setting we want. So he is beelining it right now for the merchant ships.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 282. Range 600 yards. Estimated depth medium. All engines ahead. 2/3.
We're gonna slow down a little bit. I wanna.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now
Perfect.
bears 3, 1.
Okay, so we don't really need this guy anymore. I know that we're on a good
Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler regained contact.
good course or a good
Bearing 3,
overall
2, 0.
tactical
Range
plan here that we
7,000
can
yards from Bloodhound.
Estimated depth shallow.
just
Rudder
use the
ships.
projector
Rudder
here.
midships. Aye, sir. Rudder 5 degrees left. Rudder 5 degrees left. Aye, sir. Rudder combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3,
So now we're just
1. Range 3.
guiding ourselves in. Let's double check. He's at shallow, so let's set our
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
ready the depth charges for shallow depth.
Very strong propeller noise.
Make sure our speed's at 2/3. We are. Okay, and we're starting to close. He's at, what, 300 yards?
Combat sonar. Contact.
He's probably
Able.
going to try and make a
Now
last
bears
minute turn.
3, 2, 4. Range 200 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
See, you can see as the dots slowly move in, then he comes underneath us. That's basically what
10
this
degrees right.
chart
Rudder
kind of shows
10
you.
degrees right.
These outer
Aye, sir.
rings, so it's like direction and then range from you. You're the orientation point of your
Combat
ship.
sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears.
He is
3,
turning
3,
slightly,
6,
but not very
range
much. I would
30
expect
yards.
him to
Very strong
turn a
propeller
little bit
noise.
more
Here she
than
goes.
this.
Aye. Steady on course. 3, 3, 2. Rudder 5 degree. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing.
1.
Oh my god, he didn't like turn at all. I'm
Last
very
range,
confused by
30
that.
yards.
Surface radar has regained contact. Fire Baker.
You can see our wake there, right above him.
0. Range 6,000.
He didn't make any
yards.
turns. I don't know what he
Combat
was
sonar.
thinking.
Regain contact.
Well, there's
Able.
one of our depth
Bearing.
charges right
1,
there.
5,
Fire 3.
5. Range
Oh,
100 yards. Combat
buddy.
sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last
I
bearing.
don't know
1,
what you were thinking,
5,
bro.
5.
You probably
Last
should have
range,
tried to turn.
100 yards.
Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler lost contact. Baker, Last known at bearing 3.
I dumped those just a little late.
6,000 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick bearing 155.
Yeah, I'll bet there's an oil
Lost
slick.
contact. Baker, last bearing 320. Last range 5,000 yards.
Okay, so usually what I do is I use...
Combat sonar. Regain contact.
Oh my god.
Able. Bearing.
Look at my sailors. They are the greatest sailors that ever existed. They already picked him back up on their own. I didn't have to, like, micromanage or anything. Okay, so we are going to come back around at high rate of speed. This, if he's not going to turn, then... If he thinks he's too cool for school and he doesn't have to dodge, we are going to punish that. He's only going 1 knot.
600 yards. Bearings drifting right.
Really? Interesting.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact.
Yeah.
Baker,
He's
bearing
going 1 knot.
6.
We're going
Range,
25, so we need
5,500
to set this to
yards from Bloodhound.
24, which is roughly here.
Contact making a sharp left turn.
Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships.
Oh, no, let me forget. We gotta...
Combat
He's
sonar.
it.
Contact. Able. Now bears.
2, 3.
So I'm coming in at a... We're coming in a little hot this time.
Propeller noise. Ready depth charges. Medium pattern.
Oh, depth charges. We need you now.
Hard right rudder. Hard right rudder. Fire
Those
1.
are super late. I should have loaded them earlier, I guess.
Bloodhound,
Fire 2.
this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Baker, last
Fire
known at
3.
bearing 322. Range 5,500 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 302.
I don't know if those ones are going to be very close.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Able.
I think that
Last
we
bearing,
dropped him ahead of him.
02. Last range 30 yards.
I didn't have them loaded in
Contact
time.
Decreasing depth.
Well, you could see some of them going off in the background. Okay, let's clear our projector here. We'll sweep from 210. Oh, they're already doing it.
Bloodhound, this is
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able.
Look at that.
Bearing 1.
6-3. Range 300 yards.
Okay, we're gonna try another
All
high
engines
speed
ahead
approach.
All engines ahead standard.
Reasons? I don't know. Because it's harder. I like a challenge. I don't know exactly. I think I had it set roughly correctly, but you can see this is like the scale's not quite perfect.
6. Range 400 yards. Contact.
He's at
increasing
medium
depth.
depth here.
Ready depth charges. Medium pattern. Contact making a sharp left turn.
As you can see, from the first time we attacked this guy here, we've basically not left him unharassed. And then we came back around and attacked him here. He's literally gotten
Wake on left cut.
harassed this entire time. Sucks to be him, but also I don't care. Let's double check his depth. Okay, he's set to deep again.
Ready depth charges. Deep pattern.
Okay, this time I'm
Combat
ready.
Sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 2-6-3. Range 500 yards. Bearings drifting right. Rudder 15 degrees right. Rudder 15 degrees right. Aye, sir. Rudder 10 degrees right. Rudder 10 degrees right. Aye, sir. Rudder combat sonar. Contact.
Okay, we're immediately
Now
over him.
bears 2-7-8. Fire 1. Range 200 yards. Estimated fire 2.
He's trying to turn left. I'm
Fire
gonna match.
Contact making a sharp right turn. Engines ahead 1/3.
All
And I'm
engines
gonna
ahead
slow
1/3.
down now that we've dumped our load.
Combat Combat sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 284. Last range 30 yards.
These are deep depth charges, or these are on the deep setting, so they're gonna take a minute to explode. Which does make it a bit awkward here to pick him back up on sonar. Actually, they already have picked him back up on sonar. Hello? No, they couldn't have because I actually turned to the other direction. We'll search from 320.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc. 319
I do not want you to start on that side. I want you to start on this side.
Sonar. Investigating arc. 319 through
049.
I sort of missed it. Did we get him? Looks like we're behind the convoy. No, we're still in front.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing 342. Range
500 yards.
Okay, he's at a medium depth.
Ready depth charges. Medium pattern.
He's off our port bow, so we're off the port side, so that means he's still
Combat
closing
sonar.
with
Contact. Able. Now bears 3
the merchant ships.
Range 600.
He's well
yards.
outside our turning
Bearings drifting
circle
left.
here, or turning radius, so I'm gonna circle back around and we'll re-attack. This time we are going to go at a 2/3, so. And as a matter of fact,
Combat sonar.
Contact. Able.
oh, he is
Now
moving at
bears
4 knots.
3,
Okay.
1, 4. Range.
700 yards.
Contact decreasing depth. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 289. Range 700 yards.
Wake on right cut. Sounds of torpedo tube outer doors opening.
Torpedo in
Uh-oh.
the water. Ready depth charges.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Shallow pattern.
Am I gonna get fired?
Steady as she goes.
No, not
Torpedo.
Lunar
It
Voyage,
is on
no!
Surface radar has a new contact.
They had so much to live for.
4. Range 6,400 yards. Combat
Rip
sonar.
Lunar
Contact.
Voyage.
Able. Now bears 285.
How could you, Germans?
Range 500 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing.
Great.
044. Range. 6.
Yo, what is Antler up to? I need to check after this attack.
Charlie.
I don't want to try and...
150.
We've lost Lunar Voyage. All ships. Maneuver to avoid.
Not Lunar Voyage.
Able.
See,
Now
we're keeping
bears
up exactly with his turns here.
92. Range 300 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Bloodhound, this is Black Cat. Your support for convoy.
Bearing steady. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now
What are you gonna
bears
do, huh?
301. Range.
We are
200
hot on
yards.
this guy right now.
Contact increasing depth. Right.
He knows it too. Look at
Bloodhound.
look at him try to evade.
Antler regained contact.
He's trying to evade.
332.
There he goes.
4,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Expect a dramatic turn here.
Hard right rudder.
Hard right rudder. Aye, sir.
Yep. I don't even need that anymore. I know he's turning right. He's committed. There's not really any going back for him. We lost
Combat
him.
sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing. 3.
And
2,
he's at a medium
4.
depth, of
Last
course.
range, 30 yards.
Fire 1.
He changed depth on me again. Monkey.
Fire 2.
These are going to be above him.
Fire 3.
Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler lost contact. Baker. Last known at bearing 332. Range 3,800 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler regained contact. Baker. Bearing 332. Range 3,800 yards from Bloodhound.
Oh, jeez.
Bloodhound. This This is Antler. Antler lost contact. Baker, last known at bearing 331. Range 3,700 yards from Bloodhound.
Did Antler kill Baker? Is that why they just took it off the map? Okay, we need to conduct a search. We're gonna go from 300. We need to slow
All
down.
engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3.
Sonar, this is the captain. Perform active search. 2-1-1.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick bearing. 1, 2, 3.
Active search. 2-1.
Okay, Antler actually got
Through 3.
this other
0,
sub.
1. Aye, sir.
So let's go ahead and
This is
send him to
Antler.
go
Antler
over and
combat
deal with this
sonar.
other surface
Engage
contact.
Able. Bearing 2-8-8. Range 500 yards. All engines ahead 2/3.
All engines ahead 2/3.
All escorts.
I'm getting
Contact
sick of
Baker
this
has
sub's
most likely
shit.
Been sunk by Antler. Good job, Antler.
Ready depth charges. Deep pattern.
Allegedly,
Combat
he's
sonar. Contact.
pretty
Able.
deep.
Now bears.
2-9-9. Range 500 yards.
Oh my god.
Bearings drifting
Clear the
right.
clutter. I can't see! How am I supposed to
Antler,
fight a war if
this
I
is
can't
Bloodhound.
see?
Proceed to engage contact. Able.
Roger. Antler engage.
Lost contact. Charlie, last bearing 0.
Okay, so Charlie dove.
Niner, last range 4,300 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 306. Range 400 yards. Contact.
Kind of
Bloodhound.
embarrassed
This is
that Antler
regained
got the
contact.
glory
Able.
and killed his
Bearing
guy before we killed our guy.
306. Range
Okay, we're
300 yards from
coming up on
Bloodhound.
final approach. He is still deep. Good to know.
Rudder 5 degrees right. Rudder 5 degrees right.
I'm not gonna let him-
Eyes contact making a sharp left turn. Course 3,
Sharp left, you say, huh?
7. Rudder
Well, the sonar
5
disagrees
degrees
with you.
combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3.
1.
Still deep.
Range.
100 yards. Bearing steady.
100 yards. We're closing in on him.
Steady as she goes. Aye. Steady on course 3-1-2. Rudder 5 degrees right. Combat sonar.
Lost contact. Able. Last bearing. 3-1-1. Last range. 100 yards.
He didn't
Bloodhound. This is
try to
Antler. Antler
evade.
now
I'm
has
very
sonar
confused.
contact. Able. Bearing 133. Range from
Fire
Bloodhound.
1.
I guess he thought he was deep, so
Fire
he didn't
2.
need to. Probably dumb.
Fire 3.
Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler now has
Okay, now
sonar
that we
contact.
concluded our
Able.
drop, we
Bearing
can begin our turn.
139. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
Come on, baby. Get out of here, Fluff. Can't you see?
Bloodhound. This is Antler.
We're
Antler
busy
now
right
has
here. We don't
sonar
have time
contact.
for you to be
Able.
floating around in our
Bearing
faces.
1,
Oh,
4,
I see one of the
9.
depth charges.
Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
Come on, baby. Get him. Oh. Oh, those are pretty close.
Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 172. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
They really in this game, I'm sure the developer is gonna watch this, right? In this game, they really
Starboard lookout. Merchant ship. CBDR. Bearing 351. Range closing quickly. I say
Antler,
again,
what are you
CBDR.
doing over here, bro?
Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing.
I don't want you
1,
over here. I want you to
range
deal with
500
this
yards
guy.
From Bloodhound. Antler maneuvering to assign. Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler lost contact. Able. Last known at bearing 214. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
I mean, first of all, they do need to fix
All engines
the
ahead,
AI a
1/3.
bit here.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
It kind of looks like they're searching the right area. They're just going the wrong direction.
Brit, starboard lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 3, 2, 1. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
I don't like them going front to back. I would think they would still pick him up, though. Don't prove me wrong.
Sonar, this is the captain. Investigate ARC 2762006.
Active search 256 through 346. Aye, sir.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc. 251 through 341.
Combat sonar, investigating ARC 251.
Actually, what probably happened is he probably went left here.
Surface radar has regained contact. Charlie, bearing 060. Range 3,900 yards.
Well, this is embarrassing.
Sonar,
I hate
this is
when
the
my
captain.
sonar stops
For
working.
active search 2062.
So I'm widening
Combat
our sonar here.
regained Contact. Able.
There he
Bearing
is.
307. Range 400
If the
yards.
Jokers had just
Investigating
done it
ARC
like I taught them.
9 through 339.
You already know where he is.
Sonar,
Just
combat.
reset the freaking
Investigate
fan,
arc.
you Joker.
259 through
So actually, right now, we
349.
can't really
Combat
attack
sonar,
him, so there's
investigating
no
ARC
rush.
259 through combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3.
He basically, if he's inside this circle, there's no way for me to circle back around. I mean, I
Lost
could,
contact.
you know,
Charlie,
reverse,
last
and,
bearing
but it's
060.
not worth it. We might as well just wait for
Last
him to
range,
bust out of here because we got him hemmed
3,600
in.
yards.
Once he
Bloodhound,
busts out of
Antler,
this circle,
Antler
then we
regained
can
contact. Charlie,
break off
bearing
the circle and go get him.
059. Range 3,700 yards from Bloodhound.
Very strong propeller noise.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what's going on the tactical map.
Combat sonar. Contact.
Very hard to read.
Now bears 359. Range
300 yards. Wake on left cut.
He's
Surface
shallow,
radar has regained contact.
which is not
Charlie,
good
bearing
because that
060.
could mean that he's
Range
trying to attack.
3,700 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost
Speaking
contact.
of, let's
Charlie,
see.
Last known at bearing 0.
We don't see his,
60. Range
periscope, right?
3,700 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 024. Range 300 yards. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Estimated depth shallow.
He's definitely stalking in behind the ships here.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 043.
He's still in the circle.
Range 300 yards. Lost contact. Charlie. Last bearing 060. Last range 3,200 yards. Wake on left cut.
He's definitely trying to get back in on the ships. You can see the merchant ship there in the distance. He's about, like, you know, over her somewhere.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 057. Range 300 yards. Wake on left cut.
He has broken out of the circle, technically. We are actually, like, almost right on top of him. I don't like doing attacks at 1/3 speed. We might do it. He's only going 4 knots.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 064. Range 300 yards.
Oops, that's not what I wanted.
Decreasing depth.
What do I want? This.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact.
We're
Charlie,
going
bearing
8. He's going 4.
061.
Should be like 4
Range
like that.
3,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Hard left rudder. Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
I'm not really a fan of going this slow. It gives him a lot of time to react.
Contact. Able. Now bears 051. Range 200 yards. Wake on right cut. Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 168. Range 2,700 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 042. Range 100 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 168. Range 2,700 yards. I designate contact. Dog. Time 2-2.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Charlie, last known at bearing 059. Range 2,900 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar.
We're gonna
Contact.
speed up here at the last
Now
second
bears
here.
042. Range 30 yards.
We're
Wake
30
on
yards,
right.
so we're gonna
Bearing
speed up
steady.
right at the last second. So maybe that takes him by surprise.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 042. Last
Fire
range,
1.
30 yards.
Oh, you could see those depth charges were right above him. He didn't turn
Fire
at all.
2.
Not sure I recommend that.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Fire mid-depth charge attack on contact. Charlie, oil slick sighted.
That one might go in the captain's quarters.
Bridge, port lookout. Object 1/3 to the horizon. Bearing
Oh, I
2,
think he's toast.
2, 3. Appears to be periscope. Bridge, port lookout. Oil slick. Bearing 2, 2, 3.
I think that guy's toast. I think he's Dunsky. We'll sweep from 260. We'll just go ahead and initiate a sonar sweep. I don't think actually we're going to find him.
Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active search. 1712261.
Active search.
171 through 261.
I know, we attacked him. Well, that was the last ping we got.
All escorts. Contact
Yeah,
Able
he's dead.
has most likely been sunk by a Bloodhound.
Bye.
Congratulations to your crew, Bloodhound.
I also like how the... Welcome to Team Bloodhound. Excuse me, Bloodhound. Would you like... clipping the different sound bites together. Alright, beers for everyone. Yeah, we did it. We got him. Okay, now, oh shoot, there's another ship out there. I did not even realize. Alright, we're on to Dog then.
Contact dog now bears 149er. Range 1,900 yards. Course 149. Course 149. Aye, sir. All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Stand by to fire.
Contact dog now bears 141. Range 1,700 yards.
Load star shells. Illuminate. 140. Load point detonating rounds. Fire.
I don't see him, if I'm being honest. There he is.
Fire.
Contact dog now bears 130. Range 1,400 yards.
Well, I'm better than you guys. Well, I did see the mast. Okay, so let's sweep from 070 quick. I think he dove.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc.
Lost contact. Dog. Last bearing 124. Last range 1,200 yards.
Combat sonar. Investigating arc. 070 through 160.
So he's
Sonar
kind of
on.
moving this
Stand by
way.
to fire.
We should run into him about like 100, I'd imagine.
Combat sonar. New sonar contact.
There we go.
Bearing 094. Range 800 yards.
Bridge, port lookout. Oil slick. Bearing 183.
I mean, that's Probably because I launched
Hard
some
left
rounds
rudder.
into the
Hard
side
left
of his
rudder.
ship there.
Air support. Combat sonar.
Because
Contact.
I'm better than the
Dog.
radar
Now
tracking.
bears 070.
Big
Range,
surprise.
800 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
Let's get our TRR up here. We are not going to attack
All
at
engines
2/3.
ahead, 2/3.
Or at
All engines
a,
ahead, 2/3.
excuse me, at standard.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Combat sonar.
And they
Contact.
also need to,
Dog.
yeah, the
Now
people that make
bears
this game,
0,
they
5,
need to
4.
make it so there's like
600
a
yards. Very strong propeller.
normalize or like level your rudder. They need a dedicated button for that. They need, oh man, there's so many things. They should at the end like have like a roll up for you of like
Rudder, 15
like a
degrees
replay.
right. Combat sonar.
That's what people
Contact.
want.
Dog now bears 0, 5, 4.
They want to see the fear they put
400
into
yards.
the
Bearing steady.
submariners there. Check our depth again. He's low or shallow, I should say.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Charlie, bearing 009. Range
Okay.
2,800 yards.
It's drifting right a
from
little bit.
Bloodhound.
Steady as she goes. Aye. Steady on course.
On this
0,
sonar
5,
screen,
6.
also, it'll tell you whether he's drifting to the left or the right. But honestly, I just find
Combat
using this
sonar.
better.
Contact. Dog now bears 0, 5, 7. Range
You make sure.
200 yards. Bearing steady. Contact making a sharp left turn.
That's not what I meant to do. Oh my god, take me back to this screen.
Rudder 5 degrees right. Rudder 5 degrees right. Aye, sir. Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Contact. Dog.
Now bears 0, 5, 7. Range.
Okay, he's making a
30
left-hand
yards.
turn.
Bearing steady. Aye, sir. Hard left rudder. Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
We're gonna lose him here in a second.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Dog. Last bearing. 0, 5, 7. Last range. 30 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact.
Fire
Charlie,
1.
last known at bearing 001. Range 2,500 yards.
Fire 2.
From Bloodhound.
Fire 3. All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead, 1/3. Aye, sir.
He dove. So annoying. Yeah. I think the tutorial was actually pretty good.
Bloodhound.
It
this is
generally
Antler.
taught you how to
Antler
use the
made depth
instruments.
attack on contact. Charlie.
What it
Unknown
doesn't
results.
teach you so much is like the approach that you should take on like how to sweep back once
Combat
you've
sonar.
lost.
Regain contact.
Okay, well.
Dog bearing 1, 4.
That time we didn't really have to do it, but what we would have done normally is we know that we attacked him here. He's got to continue on his course, so we probably sweep from 080 back through the half circle. And once you get pretty proficient at that, doing these circular attacks. In fact, actually, we can move to standard. He's outside of our circle, so we can come back around the circle and begin another attack.
Shallow.
And we do want to do that as quickly as possible to prevent him from shooting at any of the ships, giving him any time to do anything. Sonar picked him up. We can leave it on the TRR. Let's kind of just make sure we got our situational awareness.
098. Range 500 yards. Wake on.
You know, but with that in mind, another thing that would be sick to add is they gotta have it so you can like you and your buddies can be like in the same convoy. You know what I mean? Like teaming up to like destroy
Combat
U-boats
zone.
and
Contact. Dog now bears 065. Range.
the AI
600 yards.
destroyers
Very
aren't
strong
that
propeller
bad.
wings.
That's not the worst AI I've ever seen, but it's also like little janky sometimes. Not in its like attacking. I think they did a good job with that, funny enough.
All engines ahead. 2/3.
Stand by to fire.
Oops, that's not what I wanted. Stand by to fire.
Sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 0, 4, 2. Range 500 yards.
But like
Estimated
when it
depth,
just like
shallow.
Antler just like came over and like wanted to have a slumber party and like he didn't let me know
Ready depth
beforehand.
charges. Shallow pattern.
And like my,
Rudder 10 degrees right. Rudder 10.
you know, the guy on our
Aye, sir.
on lookout's like, oh my god, there's a ship, we're gonna collide.
Contact. Dog.
It's like, what do
Now
you mean
bears
there's a ship over
0,
here?
4,
Then I'm like, what the
6,
hell is Antler
range
doing over here?
300 yards. Bearing steady. Contact making a sharp left turn. Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
I'd call that a right turn.
Rudder 10 degrees right. Rudder 10 degrees right. Aye, sir. Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Did he change his depth?
Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 0, 5.
1.
He changed his depth again.
200 yards. Bearing steady. Ready depth charges. Medium pattern.
But I caught it this time.
Rudder 5 degrees right. Rudder 5 degrees right.
Is this the right hand
Aye, sir.
turn?
Hard right rudder. Hard right rudder. Aye, sir.
Oh, I might have
Rudder
overdone it.
amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir. Combat sonar. Contact.
Dog. Now bears
0, 5.
Oh
1.
god.
Range.
Okay, he's
100
turning
yards.
left.
Bearing steady. Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
Yep. Okay, he's making a left-hand turn. He sort of baited me there.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Dog.
Okay,
Last
so we're gonna
bearing,
wait for it to break the
0,
black line.
5. 1. Last range.
And
100 yards.
Fire 1.
let's actually reduce our
Fire
speed
engines at
before we
1/3.
finish.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Fire 3.
Our depth was good on this one, so hopefully this asshole dies. Oh, I can see the depth charges on screen there. Yeah, dude, I want to like relive the moments. Just to, and it can help you understand how much damage you were doing, you know, improve at the game maybe. Kind of feels like the depth wasn't quite right, but I don't know. Oh, you know what? Oh no, we were good. We were good. Never mind.
Combat sonar.
I slowed down after our first dump.
Dog. Bearing 1, 4, 1. Range 200 yards. All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
The nice thing is when you do these when you continually do left-hand loops like this, your sonar's kind of already set to pick them back up. That's why they're picking it back up on their own without me
Combat
having to
sonar.
micromanage it.
Contact. Dog. Now bears 1, 1, 1. Range 300 yards. Bearings drifting left. Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 0, 7, 0. Range 500 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Just set our sonar on the TRR. See, it's shallow right
Ready
now.
depth
I'll just go
charges.
ahead and
Shallow pattern.
set it just in case. That's the thing I always mess up, man. I always forget that I gotta set the depth charge depth.
Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 0, 3, 3. Range 600 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
Let's go to the
Bloodhound,
projector
this is
here.
Antler. Antler regained
We're gonna bring it back to
contact.
2/3
Charlie,
speed.
bearing 0, 1, 0. Range 2,500
We will go.
yards.
We'll slow down on the rudder speed
Left.
here.
Rudder 25 degrees left. Aye, sir. Rudder 10 degrees left. Rudder 5 degrees right. Aye, sir.
Okay, we're dead on. Let's crush them. Double check our depth. Shallow,
Combat
shallow.
sonar. Contact.
Dog. Now bears 0, 2, 3. Range 300 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
We do have like a little right creep here. We're gonna turn to the right.
This is Antler.
Let's
Antler
try to stay
lost
ahead of it.
contact.
Go
Charlie,
to 20
last
degrees
known
right.
at Bearing 008, range 2,200 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Charlie, bearing.
This guy likes to bait though.
Range 2,200 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Charlie, last known at bearing 008, range 2,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 066. Range 100 yards. Contact making a sharp right turn. Bearings drifting.
Yeah.
Combat
I wanted
sonar.
to see.
Lost contact.
I had
Dog.
the question
Last
was, have you
bearing,
sunk many
0,
subs yet?
6,
Yeah, I'd
6.
say on
Last
average
range,
on these
30
small
yards.
battles, I sink 2 or 3. That was on the realistic setting. What I did just change the for this game. This is the first time I've used them. But I guess you can set the depth charges to do like a little more damage, so it's not as like unforgiving.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. Charlie, unknown results.
Seems like we were off to his port side a little bit, eh?
All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3.
Let's look at the DRT. Let's see how that happened. How did that happen? Okay. It makes sense. We were coming in, we were on like a closed vector with him. So basically, this is a good illustration of why the OSC projector can be a little misleading sometimes. Oh, we need to actually search for him because our sonar's not oriented properly here. Let's do that right now.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc. 2-7.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Charlie. Bearing 000. Range 2,400 yards. Combat sonar. Investigating arc. 271 through 00. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Dog. Bearing 358. Range 300 yards.
I forget what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So the issue is that I released out of this pattern.
Charlie, bearing 0.
Our OSC was like, he's right in front of you. And he technically was, but he had, I mean, whoever this sub-captain is, I don't, obviously he's just a robot, but I'm like, this is a very good maneuver to make because, you're on like, the optimal spot to be is like literally over top of him, following the same exact trajectory the entire way. But because I was coming in off it, this is how we ended up dropping to his port side, is because the first set were like pretty much right over him, the second set were like a little off, and then the third set were like even further off to the port side. Oh, we should speed up here.
All engines ahead. Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 0.
So let's try to see if we can prevent that from happening again this time. I think what would be sick also is if they had like some way for you to like on the DRT, like they should.
Making a sharp left turn.
I like that they bring up the TSS, or I'm sorry, the TRR.
Contact. Dog. Now bears.
We'll set it to shallow.
6. 1.
They bring it up at the last couple seconds because that tells you when you need to drop. But they should just have it so you can set windows.
Last known at bearing 012.
That'd probably be the most helpful, realistically.
From Bloodhound.
Okay, we're gonna slow down a bit.
Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 083. Range 600 yards. Very strong propeller noise. Steady as she goes. Aye. Steady on course. 113. Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 073. Range 400 yards. Very strong propeller noise. Is ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
What we're gonna do is we are gonna creep. I don't want to close with him yet. I want to make sure that we're
Bloodhound. This is
on the same
depth charge attack on contact.
general glide
Charlie.
path,
Unknown results.
that he can't wiggle out of my
Combat sonar.
attack
Contact.
here.
Dog. Now bears 053. Range 400 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
Honestly, I don't know
Combat
anything
sonar.
about the
Contact.
update because
Dog. Now bears 0.
this is like the second day I'm playing this game. I saw somebody playing
Very
it,
strong
or like it
propeller
was,
noise.
I think it was recommended in the store. I watched some people play it, and I was like, this is totally something I would get into.
All engines ahead. 2/3.
So this is only the second time
Aye,
I've,
sir.
or second day I've been playing it.
Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 0.
So as far as do I notice anything different
Range
in the
300
updates?
yards. Wake on right.
I don't, because I wasn't here
Rudder
before.
15 degrees left. Rudder 20.
But,
degrees
you know,
left.
like,
Aye, sir.
it's a perfectly playable game. Are we at 2/3? Okay, we are.
Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 030. Range 200 yards. Bearing steady. Degrees right. Rudder 15 degrees right. Aye, sir. Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 053. Range 30 yards. Bearings drifting right. Combat sonar. Lost contact.
Ah.
Dog.
Last bearing 053. Last range 30 yards.
Fire 1.
That one looked good. You could see our wake in the little
Fire
picture
2.
there. You know, I haven't looked at the tactical map in a minute. I should
Fire
probably.
3. Contact making a sharp left.
Bridge. Port lookout. Oil slick.
That
Bearing
one was
2,
like a direct
5,
hit.
0.
Oh my
Blood
god,
out.
that one's
This is
right.
Antler. Antler regained contact. Charlie,
Got him.
Bearing 340.
Oh.
Range 2,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Ouchie.
All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Hard right rudder. Hard right rudder. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Charlie, last known at bearing 337. Range 2,500 yards from Bloodhound.
Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active search. 2192309.
Active search 2-1. Combat
JK,
sonar.
do you,
Lost contact. Charlie.
play this game?
Last bearing 336. Last range 2,400 yards.
I don't know if you've played. Man, I can't remember the name of it. I'll look at it in a second here. There's like a
Bloodhound,
submarine
this is
game
Antler.
that I
Antler regained
played for a
contact.
while as
Charlie,
well. That was
bearing
really sick.
335.
It's based on like
Range
a Los Angeles
2,700
class
yards from
nuclear sub. Pretty fun.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Dog. Bearing 277. Range 500 yards.
Okay, so we picked him back up. No biggie.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a
Which is
depth charge.
unfortunate,
Back
'cause
on
I wish he were
contact.
dead.
Charlie, debris sighted.
We can speed up
All
here.
engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
We'll just conduct another
Combat
attack.
sonar.
We'll just
Contact.
keep after him,
Dog.
baby.
Now bears 290. Range 600 yards. Strong propeller noise.
It's saying medium depth. It's fine.
Ready depth charges. Medium pattern.
We'll have a double check before we on our final approach.
Combat sonar.
Mm.
Contact. Dog. Now bears 320. Range 600 yards.
That's a very.
Wake on left cut.
Oh yeah, Cold Waters. That's what it's called. Yeah. Yeah, that game is pretty sick. I don't think that. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure that that game is finished either. They kind of made it seem like it wasn't. Oh, jeez, I better.
Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears.
Sorry, let me focus here for a second.
59. Range 400 yards. Contact decreasing.
Oh my
depth.
God.
Contact
Clear it.
making a sharp left turn.
Cannot see what I'm doing.
Steady as she goes.
Yeah, I don't usually
5.
get after
Steady
sim
on
games
course.
too
0.
hard.
0. 5.
I'm more of like, I mean, I'm more of an arcade guy.
Bloodhound. This is Black Cat.
We are going way too fast. Oops.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Charlie, bearing 3.
But the reality is
0,
this
range,
this
2,700
style
yards
kind of
from
has. Where is this guy?
Rudder,
Can you
10
plot him on
degrees
here,
right.
please, dude?
Rudder, 10 degrees right. Aye, sir.
I know he's close, but kind of like to know his
Rudder,
range.
15 degrees right. Rudder, 20 degrees right.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Charlie.
Okay, I might have
bearing
botched this
3,
coming in on the.
7. Range 2,600 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar.
Lost contact. Dog.
We'll dump
Last
anyway.
bearing. 0, 1.
We don't even have the depth
Last
set
range,
right. Okay, it's not
200
worth it.
yards.
Just. I see.
Bloodhound.
Really?
this
'Cause
is
it
Antler.
kinda
Antler
doesn't
now has
feel
sonar
like-
contact. Charlie.
I
bearing
know what you're saying.
3,
It's
3,
finished.
2,
It just
range,
feels like they could have
2,600
done
yards
so much
from
more with
Bloodhound.
that game because it is
All
crazy
engines
fun.
ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
And yeah, I've seen there's a bunch of mods for it, but and I'm totally good with that. With mods. It's just
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact.
I know
Charlie,
everybody's
bearing
gonna.
3, 2, 9. Range 2,600 yards from Bloodhound.
We gotta find this guy again.
Bloodhound,
Sorry.
this is Antler.
Let's
Antler
see.
lost contact. Charlie, last known at bearing 3, 2,
I don't know, like
9.
290,
Range,
something like that.
2,700
Sure
yards from Bloodhound.
Oh no,
Combat sonar.
they picked him back
Regain
up by
contact.
themselves. Okay.
Dog. Bearing.
2, 6,
Um.
0. Range 300 yards.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I just thought that the campaign mode was a little
7, 7.
underdeveloped.
500 yards. Estimated
You know,
depth,
like the
medium.
combat was great, but there was still room for improvement on the combat. Don't get me wrong. Just making sure we were at full right rudder. But it's, I mean,
Combat sonar. Contact.
like I said,
Dog.
I don't get
Now
after sim
bears
games
2,
too hard usually. I mean, I have
9,
played.
4. Range 600 yards.
The thing I like is I have played a lot of
Bloodhound,
submarine
this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge.
sim
Attack
games,
on
I
contact.
guess,
Charlie.
or
Sonar
I
reports
guess
sound of a
I don't know
sinking
if
submarine.
Silent Hunter, it does have like I guess a simulation. There are like simulation and sort of arcade levels of play in that game,
Combat
but
sonar. Contact.
oh my god, this guy's
Dog.
getting away from
Now
us.
bears 3, 2, 3. Range 700 yards.
But
Estimated depth shallow.
it is kind of fun here
Contact Charlie.
on the other side of the
By Antler. Well done, Antler.
on the giving instead of the receiving end here.
Rudder 20 degrees
And
right.
it's so funny
Combat
because I
sonar.
remember
Contact.
like in those
Dog.
games it used to
Now
be like,
bears
God, dude, will this
3,
destroyer just
4.
piss off
7.
already?
Range 600 yards. Contact decreasing.
The answer's no.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Left. Rudder 10 degrees left. Aye, sir. Rudder.
Red Oak has been torpedoed and is on fire.
Well, that sucks. Poor Red Oak.
Rudder 5 degrees right. Rudder 5 degrees right. Aye, sir. Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears 3, 5, 4. Range 300 yards.
We're coming into
Wind
hot
on left
again?
cut, 2/3.
All engines ahead 2/3.
We are set to
Aye, sir.
shallow. I guess I didn't realize you could
Red Oak, all ships.
technically see it in that little window,
15
huh?
degrees right. Rudder 15 degrees right.
Oh my
Aye,
god.
sir. Hard right rudder. Hard right rudder. Aye, sir. Combat sonar. Contact. Dog. Now bears.
He's trying to
0,
undercut us here,
4,
little
1.
bastard.
Range 100 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Oh no. Oh no, turn tight.
Combat sonar. Lost contact.
Dog. Last bearing.
This
0,
probably won't be the
4,
cleanest drop, but
1. Last range.
should still be
100 yards.
damage. Damage is damage.
Fire 1. Fire 2.
The one I remember playing the most was not.
Saginaw Empress has been
Fire
torpedoed
3.
and is taking on water.
Which one was it? I think it was Silent Hunter 4, the Pacific one.
All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead.
I didn't really play
Aye, sir.
3 very much, and I remember 5 was kind of a flop. But I just remember playing the it was the Pacific
We've
War. I
lost
think was
Saginaw Empress. All ships. Maneuver
dude.
to
Who is
avoid.
attacking these ships?
Regain contact. Dog, bearing 266, range 200 yards.
This guy, there's no way this guy's firing torpedoes off. Well, I'm all over him, right? Pretty freaking annoying, I'll tell you that. Yeah, but those
Combat
Japanese
sonar,
destroyers are
contact.
just
Dog, now bears 2,
super
9,
annoying, man.
7, range 300 yards. Wake on left cut.
It is pretty fun being on the giving
All
end
engines
here.
ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Although I
Combat
guess I
sonar,
hadn't realized
contact.
until I
Dog,
played this
now
game
bears
just how difficult.
3, range
And
400
I don't think
yards.
Silent Hunter did a
Estimated
good
depth
job of
shallow.
replicating this, because you'd take. Oh, I guess we made it, even though we lost like 3 or 4 ships. This is what I'm talking about when you got like Antler. Like, what are you supposed to do? I gotta be honest. We turned up the damage of the depth charges, and I don't feel like I noticed. Didn't feel that different. Yeah. Silent Hunter 5 lets you walk around. Yeah. I remember that being a bit of a controversial game. But here, I mean, first of all, the series was made by Ubisoft, and Ubisoft is just like the worst, but all right, my curiosity's gotten the better of me. I didn't even realize so I started playing this game. U-boat? Yeah. I wouldn't say that I'm more of so I used to be a field artillery officer, so I did play World of Warships for like quite some time. Eventually I just kind of got, I mean, the game's still fun, I guess, but it's kind of it's a money sink, dude. They after your money, big time. But I'm big on surface ship, mostly because I mean I was an artilleryman, so which I wasn't in the Navy, but the ballistics and the cannons and stuff, that I'm definitely a fan of those things. I want to see the difference. Okay, so sinking a U-boat will be easy. So if we just drop them once, because I didn't even realize. I mean, I know there's arrows there. That's probably gonna make me sound really stupid. I mean, I thought when I was on it, I thought you could just click it. And let me show you why I thought that was the case. Let's talk about continuity. See, here you can flip between them, but you can also click it as a drop down. And so my assumption was, oh, well, actually, I guess Kaylee was saying that it was fine at the higher resolution. Let's just flip it back. 25. Yeah, 100 hertz is fine. I'm not nerdy enough to actually know it. I know DLSS is, no, I guess I don't know. Alright, like I said, let's try, oops. That's not what I want to say. I'm just curious here to see. Yeah, dude, I started playing this thing yesterday, and I was like, how amazing do you have to be to kill one of these subs? It took me a while, and then after about, like, I'd say about, I mean, I played it for like 4 hours yesterday. I finally got like a kill. And then I was able to replicate that into more and more kills. This game is sort of like little mini games inside of a game, really. Makes you realize how much it would suck to actually do any of this military stuff
224.
without multiple people, because
5,700 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing.
It'd be very difficult.
224. Range. 5,700 yards. I designate contact. Able. Time. 18:26.
Contact Able now bears 222. Range 5,400 yards.
I do think that they also probably need to address a little bit of the radio chatter. Like, it's accurate and good. I like it. But there are...
Contact Able now bears 222. Range 4,900 yards.
Just saying, it's like time and place. Some of
Stand
this
by to
stuff
fire.
is like...
Start tracking contact. Target acquired.
First in, first out is not especially how, like, you know, military communication goes. It's like, hey, shut up. There's something more important going on. Not right now, bro.
2. Range 4,300 yards.
Load
Okay, so he's
illumination rounds.
still quite far out, but we'll just go ahead and load. And actually, I want to... Let's plot this really quick.
Contact Able now bears 223. Range 3,500 yards.
So let's set ourselves on a relatively parallel course. Actually, we'll set to 200.
New course.
We don't actually need to be that close.
0. Course 2.
By the time we force them to, we should force them to dive,
Contact
and then
Able now bears 224. Range 2,800 yards.
Stand by to fire.
yeah, I'd imagine there were a lot of complaints. I just think. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to nitpick
Contact
everything.
Able
I do feel
now
like.
bears 231.
Okay, he's not quite
Range
at the range I want to.
2,200 yards.
We will slow down though.
All engines ahead standard.
All
The
engines at standard.
you know,
Yes, sir.
the community, like the community of like simulation games can be very, very harsh. Overall, I think like the fact that like you can play this
Able
game
now bears 241.
Let's-
Range 1,600
and just like
yards.
get
Illuminate.
completely.
2, 4, 2.
Oh yeah,
Point
there he
the
is.
remaining rounds. Fire.
Oh, get him.
Fire.
See, I don't think the rounds are actually. I mean, like the splashes there are
Contact
not even
Able
close to where the
now
rounds appear to
bears
go.
258. Range
That does need to be addressed.
1,200 yards.
On target.
Okay, he's So let's start our sweep. Sonar sweep. We'll start at like 300.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 207. Range 1,900 yards. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 258. Last range 1,100 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing. 2.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this to
Range,
closer for now,
1,900
since we picked him
yards.
back up.
I designate contact. Baker. Time. 18:30.
Combat sonar. New sonar contact.
We're gonna go hard right
Bearing
runner.
289. Range 1,000 yards. Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate arc 2112. Lost contact. Baker. Last bearing 208. Last range.
Yeah, but I think the
1,300 yards.
first of all,
Combat
I
sonar.
didn't really
Contact.
know
Able.
anything. You
Now
know, you just don't
bears
see
3,
games like this.
1, 2,
So I think it's pretty unique.
1,000
You do
yards.
see some games
Investigating
where,
arc 2, 1, 1.
well, I think there's a mod, right, for
0,
Cold Waters
1.
where you can
Aye, sir.
do some
Very strong
destroyer
propeller
stuff,
noise.
but
Combat sonar.
I mean, on the level of like some of those sub sims where you're like plotting out like your torpedo stuff,
Wake on left cut. 5 degrees left.
like all the
Rudder. 5
mathy
degrees
type
left.
nerd things that go into that.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Let's try and see if we're actually coming in on a clean trajectory on this guy here, because I suspect we're beelining it for him, but
Combat sonar. Contact.
yeah, we're gonna wiggle a
Now
little bit.
bears.
So let's
3,
actually
3,
come
3,
left 20 degrees
500 yards. Bearing steady.
and slow it
Degrees
down.
Left. Aye, sir. All engines ahead.
Let's set our
2/3.
depth
All engines
real
ahead,
quick,
2/3.
even
Aye,
though it
sir.
may just be
Ready depth charges.
preliminarily.
Shallow pattern.
Okay. And let's just even out.
Rudder combat sonar. Contact.
And now we'll come
Now
back right.
bears. 3, 4, 9. Range 300 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Ugh, I hope I didn't mess this up. I guess I didn't realize we were quite so close. Come on, baby.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears. 0, 1, 9.
Oh my God.
Range
200 yards. Bearings drifting right. Contact making a sharp
right turn.
Oh, it seems like we are coming back in onto it, though. At least that's what I like to tell myself.
Rudder. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears. 0, 3, 4. Range 100 yards. Contact increasing depth. Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir. Rudder 10 degrees left. Rudder 10 degrees left. Aye, sir. Hard left rudder. Hard left rudder.
combat sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 0, 3, 4. Last range 100 yards.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like maybe it was a German developer, if
one.
I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I
Fire
mean,
two.
I could be completely wrong.
Fire 3.
Of course, our depth is set wrong. Let's slow it
All
down.
engines ahead 1/3.
I
All engines ahead,
wanna.
1/3. Aye, sir.
Okay. Out of the way, you! Let's start at 120, I guess, and sweep back.
Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate arc 119-2209.
Investigating arc 1, 1.
I have no
9
idea.
Through
I don't know,
2,
it seemed
0.
Germanic
Combat
of some
sonar.
sort.
Regain contact. Able.
Oh my
bearing
God.
1, 2, 4.
Range 400 yards.
I think that guy was right behind us.
All engines ahead
He must be
standard.
cruising.
All
What
engines
the
ahead,
heck?
Standard. Aye, sir.
What is this guy's speed? Oh my god, I never sent Antler after this other guy.
Antler reporting. Combat sonar.
Get him.
Contact. Able. Now bears 103. Range 500 yards. Bearings drifting left.
If only it were that simple to move all your charts like that.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 070. Range 600 yards.
Wake on right cut.
Yeah, allegedly
Ready
shallow.
depth charges. Shallow pattern. All engines ahead. 2/3.
Now
All
slow
engines
it
ahead,
down.
2/3. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 044. Range 500 yards.
Hmm.
Rudder. Bearing steady. Degrees right. Rudder 25 degrees
Yeah,
right.
I definitely
Aye,
have,
sir.
like, I'm sure all the things I have to say are probably, you know, like they're like
Combat sonar.
a
Contact.
billion other
Able.
guys that have
Now
already said
bears
it, so they probably don't really need.
7. Range 300 yards.
Sure.
Estimated depth.
Speed's
shallow.
good. Okay. So I'm
Rudder
not sure they.
amidships. Rudder 5.
degrees left.
Need
Aye, sir.
my peanut
Steady as
gallery
she goes.
comments.
Aye. Steady on course. 0, 5, 1.
But like I said, I mean, that's
Combat sonar. Contact.
got to take
Able.
all those
Now bears
criticisms with a grain of
0,
salt, because like
5, 2,
the core of the game,
100
the
yards. Estimated depth.
like
shallow.
I never realized how difficult. Like I actually think that ballistic artillery is much simpler than this stuff is.
Rudder 15 degrees right. Rudder 15 degrees right. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 2, 1.
Why did our thing just shift?
30 yards.
Combat sonar. Lost contact.
You're
Able.
telling me he
Last
changed
bearing.
depths
2, 1,
right there at the
3.
last second,
Last range.
and it shifted
30
it?
yards. Wake
Fire
on left
1.
cut. Contact making a sharp left turn.
Nonsense.
Fire 2.
Jeez,
Fire 3.
that's still pretty close.
Bridge, port lookout, oil slick, bearing 2, 8,
Oof.
1.
I think he might have been moving
engines
to the
at
lower
130.
depth, but he
All
probably
engines
caught a
ahead,
little bit of.
1/3. Aye, sir.
Uh, 350.
Combat sonar. New sonar contact. Bearing 175. Range 900
Yeah,
yards.
that's Baker's.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Baker. Last bearing 175.
Last range 800 yards. Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate arc 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Baker, bearing 172. Range 700 yards from Bloodhound.
Yeah,
Investigating arc 2.
I was an artillery
6,
officer in the
1
army.
Through 3, 5, 1. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing
There he is.
3, 2.
6. Range.
Yeah, I was
500
in
yards.
the 4th Infantry Division and the 101st Airborne Division. Hence why I got, well, I guess it's not picking it up right now. Sometimes my camera, like depending on like if I'm wearing a dark enough hat, it'll include that there's like a screaming
500
eagle on my
yards. Contact increasing
back wall
depth.
over there.
All engines ahead 2/3.
All engines ahead, 2/3. Aye, sir.
Pretty funny.
Ready depth charges.
Overall, it
Deep
does a
pattern.
really good job of like
Combat sonar.
chopping
Contact.
the background
Able.
out.
Now bears 3,
5, 5. Range 600 yards. Wake on left cut.
Yeah, dude. Actually, if you want, I think I was just digging through some stuff. I found an old slide rule that we used to use for different round types. Well, there's one that's like a general slide rule. You can use it for
Now bears 0, 1, 6.
just like
range,
standard,
500
you know,
yards.
calculations if you
Strong
need to.
propeller
But
noise.
let's just double check his depth again. Medium.
Ready depth charges. Medium.
This
pattern.
guy's changing depth a lot.
Contact making a sharp left turn. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 3, 0. Range 400 yards. Contact increasing depth. Steady as she goes.
Aye. Steady on course. 0, 3, 6.
Rudder 10 degrees left.
Rudder 10 degrees left.
But there's all sorts of
Rudder
calculations
15
that go into
degrees
like
left.
even just like
15 degrees left. Aye,
you
sir.
know,
Combat
firing
sonar.
illumination.
Contact.
There, those
Now
rounds
bears
have little
0,
project.
2, 6. Range 300 yards.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 0.
What are you talking about,
6,
Kaylee?
4. Range 7,000 yards.
Bridge.
Okay,
contact.
first
New
of all,
surface contact
you
from
should know.
radar.
Are you talking
Bearing
about
0,
that
6,
FTL run
4.
I had?
Range 7,000 yards. I designate contact.
You
Charlie.
were the pilot. That doesn't
18,
necessarily make you the
Combat
captain,
sonar.
girl.
Contact. Able. Now bears
'Kay.
0, 1.
You ever watch Starship
7.
Enterprise?
Range 100 yards. Strong propeller noise. Contact increasing depth.
The pilot and the captain are not
Rudder
necessarily the
25
same thing.
Degrees left.
And I mean, there's
Combat
helmsman.
sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last
I
bearing,
mean,
2.
I'm willing to
6,
give you the honorary
9,
title
last
of
range,
captain. Oh my
30
god, he
yards.
went deep. This jerk, dude, he just keeps changing depth. What can you do? I'm just gonna drop him at medium, and we'll just see if he takes any damage. I don't
Fire
know.
1.
When did they turn? Where did they find this genius?
Fire 2.
He magically knows how to change depth at the perfectly convenient moment for him.
Fire 3. All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that FTL run that I had where I named you as one of the characters. Or one of the people. Because you were the pilot of the ship. Oh my god. Yo, those mediums, I think, that one seemed to, like... It looked like a pretty direct hit there. Back to the task at hand here. Zero 7-0. That's how you demonstrate proficiency at tasks, by the way. Is if you can like hold a fully unrelated
Combat sonar. Investigating
conversation while you're doing like,
Last known at bearing 1-3.
you know,
Range
processes.
200 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar.
I don't think you're spelling it right. That's bow
Able.
bow.
Bearing 0, 8.
2.
Doesn't
Range,
everybody spell
500
Bobo
yards.
just B-O-B-O?
All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 6, 3. Range 600 yards. Bearing stripped in
Yeah, it
left.
seems like Antler's having issues with the depth as well. Keep changing depths on us here. Pretty darn annoying. We'll set it to shallow for now.
Depth charges. Shallow pattern.
I'll try to remember to check it when we get
Now
into the
bears 0,
where it pops
2,
the screen up.
9,
I just wish that there's got to be like a
600
setting, you know.
Wake on right cut.
Bloodhound. This is
Also,
Antler. Antler made a depth charge.
Here's a
Attack
big
on
one.
contact.
Here's
Unknown
an
result.
easy fix. It's really annoying when like Antler's dropping, and it is cool to see that, but like I don't want it interfering with my drop, so that should not be the priority over
Rotor
like
engine
the
combat sonar.
TRR
Contact.
popping up.
Able.
I don't
now
think.
bears 3.
5, 9. Range 400
Oh my god,
yards.
we're coming in
Very
so
strong
fast.
propeller noise. Stop.
Let's just stop.
All engines stop. Aye, sir.
Rudder 15 degrees left.
Rudder 15 degrees left. Aye, sir.
That's probably gonna confuse him, eh? Fact that I
Combat
went to full
sonar.
stop.
Contact. Able. Now bears 3, 3, 0. Range 200 yards. Bearing stripping left.
He thinks I'm coming right over him. Just kidding.
All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Contact.
We'll just
Able. Now bears 3, 1, 4. Range 200 yards. Estimated depth.
Let's see if we
shallow.
can salvage this a little bit. Of course, he can turn better than us, so I assume. Honestly, if this run gets a little botched, that's okay. We'll just
Now bears 2, 9, 7. Range 200 yards. Very strong
we'll just
propeller
create
noise.
some space for ourselves and come back in on a better attack.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 2, 9.
Yeah, I think that
0. Range 100 yards.
I'm not hating on that
Estimated
idea,
depth,
JK. I
shallow.
just think
Yes, she
that
goes.
might be a bridge
Aye.
too far for
Steady on
them.
course 2, 9, 1.
Sure, you
Rudder 5.
probably
degrees
agree
right.
with that.
Rudder 10 degrees right. Aye, sir.
Rudder 20 degrees degrees right.
I mean, just imagine if Cold Waters in this game had a baby.
Aye, sir. Hard right rudder.
That'd be pretty cool.
Hard right combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3, 4, 7. Range 30 yards. Bearings drifting right.
Not our best attack,
Combat
but
sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing.
I've had worse
3,
too.
4, 7. Last range 30 yards. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing.
Fire 1.
He's
0,
diving.
8, 5. Range 100 yards. Contact making a
Fire
sharp
2.
right turn.
This freaking butthead, dude.
Fire 3.
Combat sonar. Contact.
Oh.
Able. Now bears 1, 4.
Yeah, we
5,
crossed his
range,
path a little bit.
200 yards.
Estimated depth medium.
Why is this guy... Antler still dealing with his dude? I wanted this guy to be dead by now.
Combat sonar.
Oops.
Contact. Able. Now bears 1, 8, 6. Range 200 yards. Estimated depth medium.
Stand by to fire.
Yeah. It probably is unrealistic. I think it's not
Contact making a sharp
unrealistic
right
that there could be a game
Combat
like that.
sonar.
I just
Contact.
not...
Able. Now bears 2,
I don't know.
8.
Sometimes I wonder if there's just
300
not
yards.
enough
Bearings drifting
interest. Yeah, I tell you what. Give me 1 second here. We're gonna be drifting here for a minute. Oh, you know what?
All
We'll go
engines
at
ahead
1/3.
1/3.
All
I
engines
gotta go
ahead.
grab
1/3.
some. I'll be right back.
Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 2, 7, 0. Range 300 yards. Wake on left cut. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 2, 9, 8. Range 300 yards. Weak propeller noise. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3, 2, 6. Range 400 yards. Estimated depth deep. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 3, 4, 9. Range 400 yards. Strong propeller noise.
This guy's still in our circle? That's not good. Yo, dude, hope I don't ruin the immersion. We had a pizza
Bridge,
delivery here to the
lookout.
North Atlantic.
Launching ship.
Ah.
CBDR. Bearing 1, 4, 5. Range
The hell's
closing
going
quickly.
on?
I say again. CBDR.
Combat sonar. Contact.
Ah, he's
Able.
plenty far
now
enough.
bears 0, 0, 7. Range 500 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Baker, bearing 109.
Well-
Range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
Estimate combat sonar.
Our ships are
Contact.
gonna die.
Able. Now bears 0, 2, 0. Range.
These have been some really
500
poopy
yards.
attacks by me,
Wing on left cut.
FYI. Yeah, they said they were gonna... They mentioned that they're gonna add icebergs. I'm like, yeah, just what I need. More shit to run into.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 2, 9. Range 500 yards. Bearing steady.
Okay,
All
let's get
engines
serious.
ahead,
For realsies
2/3.
this time. Let's
All
kill
engines
him.
Ahead 2/3. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact.
that is not
Baker,
what I wanted.
Last known at bearing 106. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar.
Let's clear this
Contact.
out.
Able. Now bears 0.
Yeah,
three,
get him! Oh man,
Range.
right on top of him.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 096. Range closing
Are you
quickly.
serious?
I say again.
Oh.
CBDR. Bridge, starboard lookout.
Antler
Merchant
killed
ship,
us.
CBDR. Bearing 10.
I don't feel like the settings did anything for us. I guess all my drops were kind of trash, but I'll give it one more shot. How was your shoot, dude? That was last weekend, right? You had a shoot? We're playing go kill Germans in the Atlantic Ocean. That's what we're playing. It's pretty fun. Actually, what I should be doing, since you guys are watching, is I'll try to get better, like, try to get some poster shots of the external when we drop. I mean, there's nothing really else I need to press, so doesn't hurt anything. Does also make me nervous. Maybe I should have sent Antler like out to a different area, because I'm just saying that's not the first time he's run into me. It's like minding my own destroyer business, and he...
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 297. Range 5,100 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 297.
Range 5,100 yards. I designate contact. Able.
That's good, dude.
Time 11:35.
Stand by to fire. Start tracking contact.
You're
Target
saying you
acquired.
shot at like
Contact
94,
Able. Now bears 296.
like as your
Range
lowest?
4,800 yards.
Almost certainly you had like 4 games, right? Of Skeet? You couldn't have just shot like... Oh, I guess that would be 4. What am I talking about? Sorry. Instructions unclear. Oh, dude, that's really good.
Contact
Only 4...
Able.
It's only
Now
1 bird
bears
per?
296. Range
One day maybe you can teach me to
4,300
actually
yards.
hit the Yeah, I know. I'm just ignoring me being stupid. I got it. It's 25 per round. That's 4 rounds. I'm stupid. Let's just make sure I'm not... Oh, you haven't even plotted.
Contact
There we go.
Able. Now bears 295. Range.
Do not recommend you do this while
3,600
eating pizza.
yards.
This is not in the manual. Do not conduct anti-submarine
Course 310.
warfare.
Course
While munching.
Contact Able. Now bears 294. Range 2,900 yards.
Dang, dude. 93 on Sporting is really good.
Stand by to fire.
Do you,
Contact Able. Now bears 290. Range 2,200 yards.
let's slow it down a little bit.
All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
We're an 87. Ah, what the heck?
Load
Let's.
illumination round.
Contact. Able. Now bears 2-8. Surface
This guy's
radar
close
has a
enough.
new
Let's see if we
contact.
can see him.
Bearing 128. Range 7,800 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from
Yeah, the
radar.
fog's too heavy.
Bearing 1, 2,
Fire.
8.
Oh, I
Range
did get a little glimpse of him. Oh yeah, there you can see his.
I designate
You can see the
contact.
tower.
Baker.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
7.
Illuminate. 2, 8, 0. Load point detonating rounds. On target.
Sonar combat. Investigate arc. 2, 8, 8 through.
Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 273. Last range 1,100 yards.
Investigating arc 209.
We should be able to pick him up here.
299.
Dropped
Officer.
6 on my last post for an 87.
Combat sonar. New sonar contact. Bearing 236. Range 700 yards.
Okay. we picked him up. Let's go ahead and swap to our closer scale here. And we'll start a hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder.
Let's bring down our speed as well.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 202.
Switch to the TRR.
700 yards.
Bearing
We're
stripping
gonna set
left.
it for a 2/3 attack. He's shallow.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
How did you do? This doesn't necessarily matter. I'm just asking for my own information. How did you do in comparison to your teammates?
182. Range 700 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Bloodhound. This is Black Cat. Harrison Boy. Over contact.
See, like I'd like to just be able to push one button and zero out my rudder here, but
Combat sonar. Contact.
no, I've got to click
Able.
through.
Now bears 173. Range
Steady as she
700
goes.
yards. Estimated depth shallow. Degrees right.
Rudder 5 degrees right. Aye, sir.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Well, don't let me forget when we get on final approach and it pops up the thing. You got to remember, or you got to remind me to double check my
Combat
depth.
sonar. Contact.
on these-
Able. Now bears 173.
Okay, we're at 2/3. Everything's
500
looking
yards.
good.
Bearing steady.
He's not moving,
Rudder 5.
which I
degrees
would not
left.
recommend.
Rudder 5 degrees left. Aye, sir.
I can't shake him.
Rudder amidships.
You got
Aye,
one
sir.
on your tail. Use the force,
Combat
Luke.
sonar. Contact. Able. Now
Luke,
bears
you dropped your
171.
you dropped your scanner. Is there a problem, Luke?
Very strong
Use the
propeller.
force, Luke.
1.
Use the
Rudder 5
force.
degrees left.
Rudder 5 degrees left. Aye, sir.
I must use the force.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
He's still shallow.
Sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears.
This guy is about to be
5. Range 200 yards.
freaking German toast, baby. You ever heard of German toast? It's pretty tasty.
Rudder 10.
He's not
degrees
turning that
left.
fast.
Rudder 10 degrees left. Aye, sir.
There we go. Keep it going. Keep pace with him.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now
Okay,
bears.
he's increasing
1,
turn.
4, 4. Range.
Dramatic
30
turn.
yards. Wake on right cut.
Here we go. Oh, he's trying to evade, baby. He's trying to evade. Yeah, I was just talking about, or earlier I was talking about I am going to play that Harry Potter game this weekend. So if you want to
4. Last range.
live vicariously
30
through
yards.
me, here we go. Ba-goom, ba-goom.
Fire 1.
Let's see how many dead Germans how many medals we earning.
Fire
That was a great drop, by the way. Everything there went right. Ooh! Oh, that was like right on top of him. Look, you can see it. That's gonna give him a little kiss. Let's slow it down to 1/3, by the way.
1/3.
We
All
are at
engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Usually there's another guy who's popped up by now. There is another guy.
Antler, reporting.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Proceed.
Probably
to
shouldn't have
engage
been sleeping on that.
Baker.
Roger. Antler engaging contact. Baker.
Eeps. It's the pizza. I blame the
Combat
pizza.
sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing 263.
Yeah, dude, for sure I am playing Harry Potter this weekend. Okay, next question is, what house? I don't want to tell you what house I think I would be in. I want you to tell me what house you think I'd be in.
Combat sonar. Contact.
I'm
Able.
putting Kaylee in
Now bears
Hufflepuff.
2, 4,
Oops.
5.
My
Range,
bad.
400 yards. Estimated depth, medium.
And I don't really actually even really know what that means, but it seems like a burn.
Lost contact. Baker. Last bearing 108. Last range 5,100 yards.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 2.
This
2,
guy's
7.
barely moving.
Range,
What the heck?
400 yards. Bearings drifting left.
We must have heard him. No, yeah, dude, I already bought it. I didn't buy it like soon enough or whatever to.
This is Antler. Antler regained contact. Baker, bearing 107.
You put me in
Range
Slytherin, really?
500 yards from Bloodhound.
That's funny because that's what I was gonna choose in the game. How'd you know? You saying I'm sneaky? I'm a sneaky snake.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able.
Combat
Now
sonar.
bears 1,
Sonar combat.
6. Range 400 yards. Contact decreasing depth.
This guy's I think he's afeared. I mean, it probably smells on that boat right now because I bet they was all crapping their pants. That was a good drop. That's like the best one I've had all night.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 1.
I had like 3 pretty
Range,
good hits along
400 yards.
the
Estimated
extent of the
depth, medium.
neck.
Combat sonar.
I think
Contact.
everybody
Now
likes.
bears
I
1,
mean,
4, 3. Range 500 yards.
this game or
Contact
Harry
decreasing
Potter?
depth.
I'm pretty sure Harry Potter's single player. They called it in the store, in the Steam store, they called it an action RPG, and I was like, this is not an action RPG, first of all. You don't understand the naming convention, if that's what you think this is.
Combat sonar. Contact.
It is an
Able.
RPG,
Now
though.
bears
And
1,
to my understanding,
2,
it's just single player.
5. Range 500 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
I'm pretty sure he's worked his way out by now and outside our little circle here about.
Combat sonar. Contact.
He's
Able.
not that far. He's
Now
only
bears
500 yards
1,
out.
0, 9. Range 500 yards. Contact decreasing depth.
Everything seems to be being handled, which is good.
Contact making a sharp right turn. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 9, 5. Range 500 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
Oops.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Baker, last known at bearing 100. Range 5,400 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact.
You can see we're not
Baker,
gaining on him
bearing
here.
100. Range 5,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Oh my god.
Bloodhound, this
Antler,
is Antler.
you're a
Antler
beast.
lost contact. Baker, last known at bearing 0.
Those two are gonna hurt.
Range 5,300 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 8, 4. Range.
Set speed to
400
2/3.
yards. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Dude,
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 0, 8, 5. Range 300 yards. Strong propeller noise.
I mean, I think they were just trying to make a
Bloodhound,
respectable
this is
Harry
Antler.
Potter game
Antler
because
made a
all the
death
Harry
note
Potter
attack on
games have been
contact.
kind of a joke.
Debris sighted.
And like the
Rudder,
series
5
is
right.
popular
5.
enough, it
Steady on
deserves.
course, 0, 8.
You know,
9.
like people like the books and stuff well enough to
Combat
like it
sonar.
deserves a
Contact.
good game.
Able. Now bears 0, 9, 0. Range 200
It's
yards.
totally unexploited.
Estimated
They could
depth,
make like an
medium.
amazing game, which I hear this game is really good.
Rudder 5 degrees right. Rudder 5.
I mean, it's like in the fantasy world.
Rudder 15 degrees
There's so
right.
much potential.
Rudder
Ooh,
15
we
degrees
should
right.
not overdo it. Not
Ice.
overdo it.
Rudder 20 degrees left. Rudder
Chill, 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 chill,
Combat
chill,
sonar.
chill,
Contact.
chill,
Now bears
chill.
0, 8, 4.
Oh my God, he's like barely
30
moving.
yards. Very strong propeller.
I don't
noise.
understand.
Rudder combat sonar. Lost
He-
contact. Able.
Last bearing 0, 8, 4. Last range.
He didn't move.
30
I don't understand. He wants to die.
Fire 1.
Oh my God, he's on the surface. He's like right. He like scratched our belly.
Fire 2.
Oh my God. Oh, he was at periscope depth.
Fire 3.
Bridge, port lookout. Object 1/3 to the horizon. Bearing 2, 6, 6. Appears to be periscope. Bridge, port lookout. Oil slick. Bearing 2, 6, 6.
Down goes Frazier. I don't. Let's go to the sonar room. Let's see here. Need to search from, I guess 170 we'll say.
Sonar.
We'll call it
This is the
160.
captain. Investigate arc. 1, 5.
I don't know if
8,
he survived
2,
that.
2, 4, 8.
Slow it down to
Investigating
1/3.
arc. 1, 5, 8 through 2, 4, 8. Aye, sir.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal, dude.
All escorts. Contact Able has most likely been sunk by a Bloodhound.
Yeah.
Well done, Bloodhound.
Yeah, that was a good drop on him. Okay, it was definitely easier because I've had like amazing drops one after one, like one right after another, like that. Yeah, they made an interesting point in where was I reading it? It was in the game somewhere. It was in the tutorial, maybe? Anyway, they talk about like how difficult it was to actually get a kill with depth charges on a submarine. Because I mean, when you think about it, the explosion is like much smaller. You know, it's got all this pressure and water around it. However, it does have an extreme psychological impact on the crew. Like when you're underwater and there's like nothing you can do and you hear like giant ass explosions everywhere, that's pretty scary. That's pretty screwy. Okay, do we go help?
New course. 1, 1, 0. Course 1, 1, 0. Aye, sir.
I suspect someone, another surface contact will pop up before we really get to help Antler with this other submarine. I mean, you gotta think those books started when like I read the original before it was even really like extremely popular, and the Harry Potter series went through several phases. There was a part where like it was no one had heard of it. Oops, I hit W and I meant to hit W in game.
All engines ahead standard.
There was like, and so the first two books, the Sorcerer's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets, were created like before the books were even really popular, and those two existed for quite some time. And I mean I remember reading them, and the reason that in a can. I don't get the reference. But I can remember, and I am not even like trying to claim any originality here or anything. It's just I had never heard of the books, and then my buddy, or growing up, my friend was reading it, and he was like, "Oh, it's really good. You should read it." And then my mom did get it for me, and then I did read it. And then by that point, when she actually got it for me, and I had like read it, it was starting to gain extreme popularity. And then eventually, so then it was in its very popular period. It was very popular. And so then she made the third book, The Prisoner of Azkaban, and that was a big deal. And then it like skyrocketed to insane levels. And I think by the time she released the fifth book, it was like they were like, "Oh, we should maybe make a movie." So I'm almost certain they started releasing the movies before she finished the books. But I don't.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Baker, bearing 0.
I promised we were going to go to the external view more.
3,100 yards from Bloodhound.
And here we are just sitting in the tactical center. What a nerd. So there's the convoy. Antlers.
Surface radar has a new contact.
No.
Bearing 0, 2,
No rest for the
5.
wicked.
Range 7,600 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 0, 2, 5. Range 7,600 yards. I designate contact Charlie. Time 11:54.
Stand by to fire.
All engines ahead flank.
All engines ahead flank. Aye, sir.
Okay, so we are much, much too far away to see and or shoot at this guy, I guess. I'm pretty sure, though, that these 5-inch guns could fire. I mean, I know they can. They're very capable of firing that far.
300 yards from Bloodhound.
And having radar. This is a great question. See, now we're getting into radar-assisted surface warfare, and which has led to the believe it or not, the USN was not completely dominant over the IJN. However, until then they started using surface or radar controlled
Bridge, port lookout. Merchant ship.
yeah,
CBDR,
we know, dude.
Bearing
Relax.
0,
Hey,
2,
new guy.
4.
New guy.
Range closing
It's
quickly.
okay.
I say again.
Shh.
CBDR.
Bloodhound.
Bridge, port lookout. Merchant ship. CBDR. Bearing 0, 1, 6. Range closing quickly. I say again. CBDR.
Oh yeah, you're helpless in there.
Lookout. Merchant ship. CBDR. Bearing 3, 5, 2. Range closing quickly. I say again. CBDR.
I forgot what I was saying. CBDR fucking totally just derailed my train of thought. Anyway, once the U.S. There were two major developments the U.S. made that absolutely decimated the IJN and the IJA. The first was the proximity fuse. The proximity fuse was which meant basically before, as the war, around like the Pearl Harbor timeline, right, or time of the period of the war, there were no proximity fuses, and so it took, I don't know, somewhere like an insane, like 70,000 rounds to shoot down one aircraft or something insane like that. However, with the invention of the proximity fuse, that lowered the amount of rounds required to shoot down per plane to about like a third. Is it framing pretty bad? See, that's what I was asking Kaylee earlier. I was like, it must be the game or something, because I doubt it must not be translating very well. Let's see if we can turn it down a little bit, if that helps. Uh, 1920, 1080. We'll just put it at 120 hertz, I guess. Maybe I have to lock it to 60 hertz. Maybe that's my problem. Could that be it? Let's try it. Is it still chunking? It is chunking. 1 second here. Yeah, I see it's chunking. Oh, there. That better? Chunking less? There we go. Dude, it's about time for me to upgrade to a new computer. I have not even been paying attention at all to where we are on the combat screen, by the way. I've just been over here chitty-chatting. We got a war to fight!
New course 330. Course 330. Aye, sir.
I'm not going to change it because I hate when it erases all my stuff.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Baker, bearing.
It's
1,
probably
8,
because I had
range,
the stream
3,100
running in like
yards.
two. I had the stream running in my browser as well. That's probably like my RAM was probably just
Bloodhound,
like, bro,
this is
no,
Antler.
don't
Antler
do it.
Lost contact. Baker, last known at bearing.
But that
1,
has to do
8,
with my
2,
my
range, 3,300
RAM and my
yards
processor
from
are
Bloodhound.
beginning to show signs of aging. I wouldn't deny that at all. So, an upgrade's in the near future. It's coming. Let's make sure we're generally on the right path here. It would appear we're not. Okay, let's move to a heading of 270. Maybe that.
New course 270. Course 270. Aye, sir.
See if we can run into this guy, eh?
Stand by to fire.
Wait a second. Do we not have him on radar anymore? Oh, no. Oh, he's still there.
Lost contact. Charlie, last bearing 292. Last range 1,200 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack
Oh,
on
jeez.
contact. Baker, unknown results.
Sonar, this is the captain. Perform active search. 227-2-3-1-7. Combat sonar. Investigating arc. 2-3-2 through 3-2-2. Sonar I. Combat sonar. New sonar contact.
Bearing 242. Range 300 yards.
Oh my god.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie now bears 179. Range 200 yards.
We went right over top of him.
Estimated depth shallow. Hard left rudder. Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
He's freaking beelining it for our merchant ships.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie now bears.
Bring speed to 2/3.
117. Range 400 yards. Contact making a sharp left turn. Hard right rudder. Hard right rudder.
You know what? We
Aye,
go
sir.
back to.
All
We're gonna go
engines
back to
at
standard.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie now bears 08.
I don't want to.
Range 400 yards. Bearings drifting left.
I don't want to make a half-ass attack on this guy. So
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained
we're gonna
contact.
come about.
Baker, bearing 146.
Try
Range,
again.
3,600 yards.
We kind of
from
crept
Bloodhound.
up on him like
Combat
unintentionally.
sonar. Lost contact.
We just like
Charlie,
dropped in
last
right
bearing,
on top of him. I had
08,
no. If
7,
if
last range,
if I had been paying more
300
attention, we
yards.
would have just been like whoop, and like dropped him right there. But alas, no such luck. Yeah, dude, maybe I'll stream again on Friday. I'm at least gonna like make a video series out of the Hogwarts thing. Maybe I'd prefer to do that. It's just easier to chunk it into sections, and then it's more people can watch it at their leisure. Not that you can't rewatch a stream, obviously, but you know what I should start doing though is probably if I want to. Oops. Hey, wait a second.
Bloodhound, this is Antler.
CV
Antler
timeout.
lost contact. Baker, last known at bearing 1.
We lost Charlie? When did we lose Charlie?
1,900 yards from Bloodhound.
You guys freaking kidding me?
Lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 1, 2, 6. Appears to be periscope feather.
Well, thank God we have a lookout, because he just saw him.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc 082.
Combat sonar. Regain contact.
Charlie, bearing 127, range 400 yards. Combat sonar, investigating arc 082 through 172. Sonar I. All engines ahead, 2/3.
All engines ahead, 2/3. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar, contact. Charlie, now bears 125, range 300 yards. Strong propeller noise.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. Baker, unknown results.
Ready depth charges, medium pattern. Rudder, combat sonar, contact. Charlie, now bears 135, range 100 yards. Contact increasing depth. Contact making a sharp left turn. Hard right rudder.
Hard right rudder. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Charlie. Last bearing 139. Last range 100 yards.
Yeah, it just gets awkward if I only like
Fire 1.
you know, Harry Potter for like four hours, and then I want to continue the game. Then I gotta like
Fire
Combat
2.
sonar. Regain contact. Baker.
I got an
bearing
episode that's like a couple hours.
151.
Fire
range
3.
2,700 yards.
I don't care about Baker. That's not my responsibility. That's Antler's responsibility right now.
All engines ahead, 1/3.
All engines ahead, 1/3. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Contact. Baker. Now bears 147. Range 2,600 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact.
Our angle
Baker,
kind of sucked there.
bearing
We didn't
1,
come back,
4,
come
7, range
over right top of him.
2,600 yards from Bloodhound.
Bearing
he's-
steady.
This asshole's going to the surface again. Look at him.
Combat sonar.
Contact. Baker. Now bears 145.
Range 2,500 yards. Bearing steady. Sonar. This is the
Combat sonar. Lost
Investigate
contact.
arc.
Baker.
0,
Last bearing
2,
144.
2.
Last range 2,300
yards. Active search 3.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Baker, bearing 142. Range 2,500 yards from Bloodhound.
Hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
Actually, he's not where I'm thinking he's at.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 146. Range 5,000 yards.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Charlie. Bearing 056. Range 100 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 146. Range 5,000 yards. I designate contact dog. Time 12:06.
Ready depth charges. Medium pattern. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Charlie. Last bearing 056. Last range
100 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Baker, last known at bearing 38. Range 2,600 yards from Bloodhound.
Hard right rudder.
Hard right rudder. Aye, sir.
Making mistakes. As it turns out, we again inadvertently walked right over top of him. So we're gonna search from 140
Sonar.
back this way.
This is the captain. Investigate ARC 05121441.
How's Mrs. Toten doing?
Contact. Baker, bearing 132, range 2,700 yards.
Bloodhound.
Combat sonar, lost contact. Baker, last bearing.
So our sonar kind of latched onto Baker there. I wanted
Last
to
range,
ignore that, so I just
2,500
manually
yards.
pulled it off. of it.
Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate ARC 0392. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Charlie, bearing 112. Range 500 yards.
Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler regained contact. Baker. Bearing 131. Range 2,700
I'm speeding
yards
up, and
from
we are
Bloodhound.
going to make a
Investigate ARC
less
039 through 1.
a not so tight turn.
Aye, sir. Contact making a sharp combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears.
Let's see where this
1,
butthead's
2,
going.
5. Range 600 yards. Wake on left cut.
We're actually pretty close to the damn convoy. This is bad.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 147. Range 800 yards. Wake on left cut.
Talking about your Kaylee.
Lost contact. Dog. Last bearing 141. Last range 3,800 yards.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie.
Now bears 173, range 900 yards. Contact increasing depth.
Let's slow
All
down to
engines
2/3.
ahead. 2/3.
All engines ahead to
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 195. Range 700 yards. Bearings drifting right. Steady as she goes.
Aye. Steady on course 191.
He kind of zigzagged back over his old.
Combat
Oh,
sonar.
yeah,
Contact.
my girlfriend.
Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
Now bears 205. Range 400 yards. Contact decreasing depth.
Come on, give me a little spotting here, game.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 226. Range 300 yards. Contact decreasing depth. Hard right rudder.
Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler lost contact. Baker. Last known at bearing 127. Range 1,900 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 269. Range 200 yards.
I don't know if we're gonna-
Bearings drifting right.
He's at shallow now.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to make that turn.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 323. Range 100 yards. Bearings drifting right.
Bloodhound. This is Black Cat. Air support on station. Bridge, starboard lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing 317. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 5-9. Range 100 yards. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Charlie. Last bearing 0-8-9. Last range 100
He's a little
yards.
close to
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. Baker, unknown results.
Bearings drifting right.
a little close to be shooting. I don't know, maybe not. Seems a little close to me to shoot torpedoes. I mean, we're... Of course, then again, they did used to intermingle in, like, convoys and stuff to hide. Ah. Purple. We do still have a beat on this guy, right?
All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Jeez, guys.
Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate ARC 0572147. Investigating ARC.
Well,
5,
he's probably
7,
in, like,
3,
there.
1, 4, 7. Aye, sir.
Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active search. 2, 3, 1, 2,
Oh, no,
3,
he probably...
2, 1. Active search.
Are they...
2, 3, 1, through 3, 2, 1.
So he's out
Aye,
this
sir.
way somewhere? I might have slowed him down enough. Just seeing if I can see like a periscope or... I'm starting to
Bloodhound,
realize...
This is Antler. Antler regained contact. Baker, bearing 112. Range 1,600 yards from Bloodhound.
We gotta come to a
All
stop.
engines stop.
All engines stop. Aye, sir.
So right now it's supposed to stop at 320.
Combat sonar.
Well, we picked
Regain
him up, thank
contact.
God.
Charlie, bearing 301. Range 500 yards.
Attaboy. I'm smart.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie now bears 307. Range 500 yards.
Debatable.
Wind on left cut. Rudder 15 degrees right. Rudder 15 degrees right. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Baker, last known at bearing 106. Range 1,600 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Baker, bearing 106.
See, like, I
Range
wish you could
1,600
have this,
yards
like, in your
from
top
Bloodhound.
left, the other one
Bloodhound,
permanently.
this is
I
Antler.
want them
Antler lost
permanently there.
contact.
I want, like, all
Last
the
known
information
at
all at
bearing
once.
106.
Because in reality, in, like, the real world, you'd have different guys doing
Combat
this.
sonar.
And
Contact.
they're
Charlie
responsible for
now
being like,
bears
hey, drop
3,
now.
1, 8.
Like,
Range
there's a guy who's going to
400
call
yards.
the dudes that are
Contact
firing the...
increasing depth. Degrees right. Rudder 5 degrees right. Aye, sir.
You know, when you're one person trying to manage, like, what, 5
Rudder
to 10 people are
degrees
supposed
right.
to be doing.
Rudder 10 degrees right. Ice combat sonar. Contact. Charlie now bears 322. Range 300 yards. Contact increasing depth.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. Baker, sonar reports sound of a sinking submarine. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Charlie, bearing 324. Range 300 yards.
This is about as clean an entry as we're going to
All
get.
escorts. Contact Baker has most likely been sunk by Antler. Congratulations to your crew, Antler.
Contact making a sharp left turn. Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie now bears 323. Range 200 yards. Estimated depth shallow. Ready depth charges medium pattern. 10 degrees right. Rudder, 10 degrees right. Aye, sir. Steady as she goes. Aye. Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 3, 2, 3. Range 30 yards. Strong propeller noise. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Charlie. Last bearing 3,
2, 3. Last range 30 yards.
Fire 1.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Charlie, bearing.
Fire
1,
2.
4, 0. Range 100 yards from Bloodhound.
Fire 3. Rudder 20 degrees right. Rudder 20 degrees right. Aye, sir. All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact.
buddy.
Charlie, bearing 138.
Antler?
Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
Do not come over here. Ooh, that was a hit.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick, bearing 141.
Antler.
Antler, this is Bloodhound.
Black cat reporting.
Black Cat, this is Bloodhound. Attack contact, dog.
Roger.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Charlie, last known at bearing 143. Range 300 yards from Bloodhound.
143A. Thanks, dude.
Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate ARC 116-2206.
Active search.
081 through 171.
Aye, sir. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Charlie.
Bearing 154. Range 500 yards. Hard right rudder.
Hard right rudder. This is Black Cat. Submerged. All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 162. Range 600 yards. Contact increasing depth.
Kind of looks like we were off to the right, off to his right a little bit, huh? We still got a pretty good hit, though.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 187. Range 600 yards. Weak propeller noise. Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
So,
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 224. Range 400
is that an
yards.
oil slick?
Weak on
Is he
left
leaking
cut.
oil? Looks like he's leaking oil. Look at, there's like oil in the water. Yeah, get out of here, Antler. Run into me again, butthole.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 279. Range 500 yards. Contact decreasing depth. Right rudder. Hard right rudder. Aye, sir.
I'm doing this to try and, normally I do like circle patterns.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 312. Range 700 yards. Estimated depth medium.
But it can be hard if you're not like right in on his tail. Ew. Work. Or in this case, school, I guess. Night. Sleep tight. You need me to tuck you in?
Ready depth charges.
Read
Medium
you a little
pattern.
story.
Rudder 15 degrees right. Aye. Steady on course 343. Rudder 5 degrees left. Rudder 5 Degrees left. Aye, sir. Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir. All engines ahead. 2/3.
All engines ahead, 2/3. Aye, sir.
What is this guy's speed?
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 3, 4, 2. Range 100 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
Oh my
Ready
god.
depth charges. Shallow pattern. Rudder 15 degrees.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Dog, bearing 129. Range 2,500 yards
Fire
from
1.
Bloodhound.
Contact making a sharp combat.
Oh my god, he was at
Lost
the
contact.
surface basically.
Charlie. Last
Fire
bearing.
2.
1, 3.
Oh,
Last
we
range,
dropped him
30
right on
yards.
top of him.
Bloodhound, this
Fire
is Antler.
3.
Antler lost contact. Dog, last known at bearing 130.
He's about to have a bad day.
500 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Charlie. Bearing.
109. Range 200 yards.
Let's come.
All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead, standard. Aye, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, the little destroyer. It's the little destroyer that could.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge.
Oh, whisper sweet nothings in your ear.
Contact. Charlie. Now bears 084. Range 300 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Where are we in relation to the convoy here? So he's over there. He's tailing him.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 0.
We have yet to lose a ship. This is actually going really well for us.
500 yards.
I'd
Very
like to keep
strong
that
propeller
going.
noise.
I notice it's kind of chunky in the overworld view there.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 015. Range 600 yards. Estimated depth shallow. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
I am going to complete this full turn and then we'll try to...
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 001. Range 400 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
We'll speed up for the attack right at the last second here. That way we can come in right over top of him.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 003. Range 400 yards. Bearing steady.
We want to slowly creep in on this guy.
Rudder 25 degrees right. Rudder 25 degrees right. Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 012. Range 300 yards. Very strong propeller noise. Contact making a sharp left turn.
So our angle looks good. Let's check our depth again. He's at medium, allegedly.
Ready depth charges. Medium pattern. Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 017. Range 300 yards. Contact increasing depth. Midships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir. Rudder 5 degrees left. Rudder 5 degrees left. Aye, sir.
Speed up to
All
2/3.
engines ahead. 2/3.
All engines ahead, 2/3. Aye, sir.
Rudder 5 degrees left. Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 015. Range 200 yards. Estimated depth, medium. Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Rudder, 10 degrees left.
Rudder, 10 degrees left. Aye, sir.
Steady as she goes.
Aye. Steady on course. 0, 1.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 0, 0, 3. Range 100 yards. Wake on right cut. Contact making a sharp left turn. Hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Charlie. Last bearing 0, 0, 1. Last range 100 yards.
And drop.
Fire 1. Fire 2. Fire 3. All engines ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
This should be a pretty good drop, I think. Assuming the depth is correct. That one was pretty close to him.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Charlie. Bearing 1, 2, 3. Range 200 yards.
Let's get a real quick we basically pushed him out of... Yeah, it looks like it's kind of chunky here in the... when it's trying to capture this. That could be an optimization
Combat
from the
sonar.
game thing.
Contact. Charlie. Now bears 0, 9, 6. Range 300 yards. Bearings drifting left.
You can see he hooked hard left there. So he was able to avoid us a little bit.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 0, 6, 9. Range 300 yards. Estimated depth, medium.
The convoy's like over here in relation to where we're at on the map.
Combat sonar. Contact.
Yeah, dude. Between
Charlie.
this
Now
and
bears 0, 4, 6. Range.
Company of Heroes
400
3 is
yards.
coming out
Contact
here soon
decreasing
too, and
depth.
I love that game. I love, well, Co 2. I'll probably play through the
Bloodhound.
Co
this is
3
Antler.
campaign
Antler
or whatever.
regained
And
Contact. Dog. Bearing 1, 2, 2. Range 2,000 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler lost contact. Dog. Last known at bearing 1, 2, 2. Range 2,000 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 0, 2, 2. Range 600 yards. Bearings drifting left.
All engines ahead 2/3. Aye, sir.